Hello and good evening and welcome to the Good, the Bad and the Ugly show. Hope you're all keeping well and we're looking forward to a good night. Anthony, how are we doing?
Not too bad, team. Not too bad. I just got a bit carried away because of the Merseyside derby. Got it on in the background, and obviously I'm liking the score. Everton winning 1-0. I look at it. Do you know what? I think I can rule Liverpool out for not winning the league. I can on that
Well,
one.
yeah, because I've just seen Núñez with his shot.
Yeah,
straight out of Pickford, and he's done a good save there. Let's bring our over host in. Good evening. All good?
By the looks of it, it seems to be working-ish. I'm hoping that it stays that way for the rest of the evening. Because if not, then I'm kind of screwed. But
we thought you weren't going to come on, Fuzz, because of the 2-2 draw you had it for, and the best team losing crashed out of the FA Cup. You know, we thought you were going to come on.
What I should have done is turned around and just not bothered to come on because Sheffield United got assisted a goal by Andre Onana, as you do. Literally played the pass to him. It's just like, have a shot. I won't save it. I'll stand out of your way.
Yeah. Do you know what, soon? I just noticed he's come on, and guess what? He shaved his fuzzy bum fluff. He shaved it off.
This has been gone for a couple of days. This has. First, I get made to look like I'm something out of extraterrestrial with my camera freeze, and now it's. I don't know.
It's all good. Well, when you froze, you were just going for a younger version of what you was last week. That's all. The real life version.
Yeah, I've got the ability to de-age.
Benjamin Button, wasn't it? Benjamin Bumfluff.
Benjamin Bumfluff.
Let's just say hello to our great people in the chat. So, good evening, Basil Hammerbrush. Liverpool, boom, boom, absolutely. And also, then he ended on with the Man United, boom, boom. So, it's going pretty well at the moment. And evening aces, Ford Hag 0, Blades 1. And also saying Bristol Rovers #1 supporter, Anthony.
Piss off.
And
Bristol's red like London.
Your brother, fucking bollocks.
Yeah,
I did.
Evening, Pepsi. How we doing, Pepsi Pack? United are washed. Yeah, and I see Bournemouth 1-0 up against Wolves as well.
Who's got their goal? Bournemouth. Is that Solanke?
I'll have to have a look, mate. Evening, Richard. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Let's have a quick look. Who was the goal scorer for them? Semenyo.
Oh, ex-Bristol City striker.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Big up Jaminho. How we doing? Keeping well? And he's got on the air. Oh, we love you, Sheffield, we do. Oh, we love you, Sheffield, we do. Oh, Sheffield, we love you. That one's for you, Fuzzy.
Bastard.
Big up, gentlemen. Sean Deichmann ahead. Wow. Indeed, he was. Good to see you, mate. Long time no chat, and it's good to catch up with you on Jezzy's show as well as obviously the Southern Gooner as well. Halborn for winning with their 4th best keeper in goal is a miracle. It's true. Big up, Budgie. Evening, everyone. I'm listening while I'm prepping for my show tonight. Hope you're all well, lads. Yeah, we are indeed. Apart from Fuzzy, he's having, his team not doing so well at the moment.
Nothing's going well on the red side of Manchester.
That's for sure. Everton 1-0 up, and they've had a pen overturned as well. Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Come on, Everton.
Yes, I called it 2-1 Everton. Okay, Everton's going to win. I'm confident. We were chatting before we went live, Tim, weren't we, about Darwin Núñez? I think he's a Fernando Torres all over again.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah.
I do.
Exceptional player, but
yeah,
just didn't fit. Ace is saying PSG win French League on Saturday after a 4-1 victory tonight. Mbappe double. Oh, head clash. I think there's Braithwaite on the dick there. Or was that? Oh no, nasty old challenge on him there.
Yeah, punching the floor.
Jaminio, come on, Sheffield United, and come on, Wolves as well. Good evening, Adama. Hope you're keeping well, gentlemen. Glad to be here, and we're glad to have you on here as well, mate. Good seeing you. Been keeping well.
I mean, Newcastle started off woefully as well.
They knelt those down as well?
No, it's 0-0 at the moment, but Crystal Palace have had all the attempts. Newcastle haven't even had a shot.
Wow.
Haven't even seen the goal yet.
Newcastle,
maybe they're trying to emulate what we did on Saturday. Probably they're doing that.
Yeah.
No, they saw that. I think half the league has seen what Chelsea went and did against Arsenal, and they felt really bad. They felt sympathetic, and they're just like, "Don't worry, guys. We'll buddy up with you. We'll dampen some of that load, that stressful load on you." It looks like a big chance for Man United.
Called a 1-1.
That's the goal.
Are we equaliser?
Yep.
Ooh, who scored?
Harry fucking Maguire. Get the fridge on the plane for the Euros.
The gentleman of Man U. Jimmy saying I called a 1-1 and Liverpool fans called me deluded. Everton are coming out the traps.
Yeah.
He was great chat earlier, Tony. Good to catch up. Absolutely as well, mate. Definitely. Anthony Fuzzy, big up. Big up Noel Kane. Hope you keep him well.
Yeah.
And obviously, tonight, Mama Flossie. Yeah, absolutely. Would you take Amber on this sporting manager at West Ham if Moyes leaves? Well, fun enough, we will talk about that, Noel, because at the moment it's like the carousel, like spin the wheel. Which manager we're going to get? We'll talk about that shortly, anyway.
There's a lot of clubs looking for managers this summer.
Absolutely, even
us
your
included.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Snap.
Great assist from Manana. Yeah, it was. Evening, Alexander Cortals on Fuzzy's channel. 2 Premier League players arrested over alleged rape. Oh, interesting. Sack Poch.
I reviewed it for an offside.
Timble bag has spent 3 players of fucking shit. So Jim Ratcliffe body language is forward. Hag P45 incoming. Yeah, not looking good, is it?
There's some story which, to be fair, I did kind of laugh at it because it's a bit ridiculous, the sort of story it is. But apparently, someone's like, "Oh yeah, the Jason Wilcox, the new sporting director, went in and he first conversation he had with the manager was, if you don't start playing the real Man United way, we're going to sack you." I'm like, where the fuck is this guy come from with that? How? Why? You better start playing the Man United way or you're sacked. That's not how it works. After watching what's been going on at this club for the past year and a bit, it's not how it works.
So it's a good start on.
Have a conversation about that type of topic in the summer, by all means. But nah.
Wow.
The goal stands, by the way. It was reviewed for offside.
Good. Happy for you, for my good friend Lukewarm Fuzz, Slabhead United.
Gold bum fluff 22.
Get him, Maguire. Southgate's #1 defender for next season at Man United, Harry Maguire.
He can try. He can try. The closest he's going to get is repainting the England logo, the 3 lions to the Red Devil.
Yeah. VR Maguire, goal, giving off his
VR must be a Luton fan. That means Maguire was probably goal hanging, standing next to the goalkeeper, and the defensive line was all the way by the halfway line.
Yeah,
it's like, nah, that's onside. You can clearly see he's on the line. He's really close.
Yeah.
Is that true? Has Evie signed a new contract today? Wow.
Yeah, I think he did. I think that I read something like that.
I thought he was at the door.
I thought he was out the door. I thought he was going, but obviously they must have. I didn't know if it was like. It sounded like it was like some kind of personal problems between him and the owner, if you like, the chairman.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously they must have patched things up, and obviously he signed the contract.
Interesting one.
I don't know about you, but Real Madrid might be happy with that. Might be happy to hear that news. HotFuzz44. Is that troll still around? I don't know. You tell me.
Sheffield United keep having a blind, I've got to say. Yeah.
Only when it's us. Us or Chelsea. Sheffield United, they find that they're in a Barcelona. Prime Barcelona tiki-taka.
Well, you know what? If Arsenal wins the Premier League team, it is going to be decided at Old Trafford. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Well, I mean, it depends on what the other results go on around you.
Yeah.
I mean, if Liverpool lose today, if City drop points with their next 2 games in hand or something, you probably would, because, well, actually, I say that there's still then 2 more games after that. I think there's 1 more game for you guys after that. We've got 2 more games still. So, yeah, maybe if it's decided by about 3 points or something,
Yeah.
it will probably be a game that's decided that the title gets decided at the final whistle. Yeah.
Well, it's that case because obviously that weekend when you've got obviously the Premier League, Man City's playing obviously on that Saturday or Sunday. You know, obviously when we've got Man United, but on the Wednesday, yeah, which I believe is around about the 14th of May, Man City's got Tottenham on the Wednesday, and then Sunday it's the last game of the season. They've actually made obviously a date. Obviously, when Man City's got to play Tottenham, so obviously that's their game in hand. That game, so it depends. But hopefully, it might be a draw or Tottenham wins. But then again, if Tottenham wins, depending on Aston Villa, because they're trying to fight out for the top 4, aren't they? Basically, Tottenham.
Of course. I mean, like as Asa says here, because when you think about, we have Liverpool coming to us on Saturday.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're Everton tied Liverpool completely out for energy for Saturday lunchtime. Well, it might do you a favour. You never know. But the way things are at the moment.
Yeah, I feel West Ham fan. Only for 90 minutes. But,
Only for 90 minutes. See, I have no desecration now. Pep, we've been winning 4 in a row. This is the thing, isn't it? Because I mean, it's great in certain respects for the neutral, and even for for me and Fuzzy in certain respects, it's good to see this being so tight at this stage of the season. And like this game tonight has got quite a lot of relevance behind it, and the fact that obviously Everton are 1-0 up at the moment. For Arsenal fans, they're obviously up in their hands with glee, and no doubt City fans are as well. But as you know, mate, it's still toe tight. It's hard to call. It really is hard to call.
There's battles going on all over the table.
Yeah. You look at the bottom end as well.
Well, there's us, both of our clubs, Newcastle, arguably Brighton, competing for 6th spot. So there's quite a few of us. I think like 3 or 4 clubs trying to get 6th place. Yeah. Well, it's Chelsea. I think Chelsea are the ones that are trying to battle for the Conference League, but they're falling away.
No, exactly that.
As you do.
Good evening to Aguna Matata. Hope you're keeping well. And Aston Villa 4 spot wrapped up. I think they basically do.
Yeah, I do. I predicted at the start of the season. You know what? I had Arsenal 3rd. I had Arsenal 3rd, Aston Villa 4th, with Man City winning the league and Liverpool 2nd.
Still early, isn't it? I mean, I like that. Look, West Ham over a chance in if all 11 Liverpool players are blindfolded. Oh man!
Facts.
Anyone who supports West Ham since their Europe win or glory hunters, maybe laugh. What do you think? Wow.
Yeah, you're all glory hunters. You're chasing trophies. It's almost as though that's kind of the aim of elite sport, isn't it?
It must be. It must be these days.
Also, what's going on in your place? It looks like you're having a rave with that light over there.
I've got a film in the background and that, and of course they're in the tunnel at the moment, so it's kind of like the screen's just flashing backwards and forwards. Mission Impossible.
Yeah, the thing missing is just a heavy beat. Maybe your outro music. You just have your outro music on loop in the background. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. And I was in Milan Derby on Monday night, begging him to take him back.
That's why he's conceded this goal today. He's trying to get himself on the transfer list.
I mean, they're just showing the stats here. Liverpool's got 83% over Everton 17.
Yeah.
Ewas is saying, to be honest, I've really enjoyed this season so far. Very tight race, not just for the title, but for Europe as well. And yeah, definitely agree on that. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen the competition this tight. But if you look at the championship, we go down to the championship. I mean, that's another one as well. How tight that is with the three teams.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think Leicester. I think they beat Southampton. Was it 5-0?
5-0. Yeah, last night 5-0. Yeah,
yeah. And you think of it with Southampton, I think they're automatic promotion now. I think that's over. But obviously they got the playoffs. But
yeah.
it's still tight, the championship. I tell you what, that has got to be that's one of the hardest leagues to get out of if you want to go into the Premier League.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be I mean, automatic promotion is obviously is between Leeds United and Leicester. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ipswich ain't doing that bad as well.
No, they're doing really good. Because he's another, when we go on to West Ham, the managers, and that he's obviously one we're also looking at as well, apparently.
What, the Ipswich manager?
Right. McKenna.
Yeah. I don't know.
Former coach from the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer days. You can can belt that one out at the West Ham United Stadium.
Well, if you look at it's one man ex-manager out and another bring back in.
Yeah,
and then
I still think Potter is the best shape for you guys too. Potter.
Mate, the list is growing every day.
Yeah,
another new name gets thrown in.
I think LVG.
Louis Van Gaal.
Got to get my philosophy into this club, this mid-table club.
You know what? I laugh at it with Mourinho. I say fair play.
Mate,
funny
enough, Jeff and Budgie were talking about that on Tuesday on the Bowling Lounge. They was talking about Mourinho and that, and both was kind of said like 10-foot bars pole. No way, leave him alone. Don't need it. And got to say, Arsenal ripped Chelsea apart last night. They were worse than West Ham against Bristol City. The replay at Ashton Gate. Well, the funny part about it, when you look at that game last night, what was it? The thing they said, we're going to prove that we're not Cole Palmer FC.
Oh, yeah, you did say that, yeah. But it proves they are. Cole Palmer. Do you know what? Years ago, I used to get told that Arsenal was a one-man team under a certain Ian Wright. If he wasn't playing, wasn't scoring our goals, they used to say, well, where's your goals coming from? And to a certain extent, yeah, I did get it, this, that, and the other. I knew we had Kevin Campbell, Paul Merson, and that squad. But, I mean, I look at it now, and do you know what? I think Palmer's going to leave Chelsea at the end of this season. I really do. I think he's going to go on for better things. He'll have to if he wants to win trophies.
Well, he ain't doing bad for his CV, is he? When you look at, what's it, 20 goals now?
20 league goals, yeah. Yeah, brilliant. And he's not a striker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, well, we know the situation between Jackson and him on that penalty decision. Evening, Darren Sullivan. Don't be conned by the flat track bullies. Gooners another 5-0 win over mid-table average sides. Be interesting to see, mate. Be interesting to see these next couple of games coming up.
I did say as well about Chelsea's that when they get beaten, they don't get beaten by that much.
Yeah,
maybe I should just be the prophet that everything I say, the opposite happens.
When the stream finishes, mate, we just want the numbers, the incorrect numbers for the lottery and that, so we can me and Anthony can win.
That's true. Not if I've already cast the ticket.
Arsenal new kits from next season will only have cannon on crest, no Arsenal front.
Oh. Do you know what? I haven't seen that one. I'll tell the truth, but I'll search that one up and see what I think of it.
Well, if that's the case, that's going to be possibly controversial then, because it's like us having London putting on the West Ham badge when they redesigned it when we went to the London Stadium.
The claret and blue
I
London
don't like
club.
it when he do
That's what I'm
that.
saying. It's like it's a franchise. Got West
Yeah.
Ham London,
It's like,
West Ham Barcelona, West Ham, USA.
it's more like people know it, Pez names. The unlicensed names. It's like the Manchester clubs. You've got Man Red and Man Blue. Forget United and City. It's Man Red, Man Blue.
Wow.
Oh, so if it's a cannon, is that going to be the old one? Like, do you remember back in the 70s when we just had the cannon, but we didn't have the crest? Back in like the 79 FA Cup final,
It'd be interesting to see what it looked like. I mean, if that's the case, because unless they're going to just have a cannon in like a circle, or even I don't know, maybe interesting to see what Ace is going to allude on that.
The former Woolwich Red Gunners.
Ralph,
That's your club name.
You know what they're going to do, Tim, don't you? They're going to put the two cannons and the old school gunner right there.
Just see with his guns.
It's just going to have both you and Kenny Ken. You on one side, Kenny Ken on the other side, and you're just there flexing.
Flexing, yeah.
Both holding cannons in their arms. Ralph Rangnick is a new Bayern Munich next season. Ooh.
Mate, I swear to God.
Right, so that's been done. Has that been?
I don't know if it's actually been done. I think that's probably like the latest name that's in, like, as far as rumours go, for the managerial job next season for them.
Well, I don't know if you saw it today. Apparently, it was the rumour was that Arne Slot has been given permission to speak to Liverpool.
All right.
I'll tell you what, if Arne Slot goes to Liverpool and he starts doing well, Tottenham fans will be like, we could have had him. We could have had him.
That'd be an interesting shout. Parma at Madrid or Barca.
I don't know. He might do, but what you got to do. You got to think he's young. I think Palmer's only 21, isn't he? And he hasn't got a family, has he, or anything like that? But I mean, like a missus and kids. So going there, I think that's a big
loner.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to really go there alone, being a loner, would you? Like, do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. Yeah, look, so you're going to copy us. The Arsenal badge, we have North London. We'll have London. You'll have North London.
Yes, budgie. Yeah, we will. We most probably will.
They took the cannon off their crest because they can't gun anybody. Okay, now. Mate, changing the devil to a cloud.
Yeah. Younger sibling, isn't it, Tim? I don't know. Have you got any younger siblings that's younger than you, Tim?
No, I'm the youngest one, basically.
Oh, for fuck's sake, there it goes. Oh, God.
I'm youngest ever as well, so.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? There's 11. There's not even a year between me and my brother. There's a bang on 11 months between me and him. And I tell you what, God, my mum must have dropped him on his head. Seriously, when he was a baby. I mean,
he dropped on his head.
Be a Man United fan. God, blimey.
Now, what happened?
What happened? Good seeing you.
Is you came out as an Arsenal fan, and they just said, "Hold on, this wasn't part of the script." No, we wanted a United fan, so they kept trying, and lo and behold, they got the United fan, and so they stopped.
Budgie must have sneezed when he was typing this because like, it was shot straight in at Liverpool.
It's like clones.
Clones, yeah.
You're all clones. It's like the Scottish pronunciation.
You've seen that comment in German shit. Yeah, that was me. That was me, including me as well.
It's like the Scottish pronunciation, how that would be spelled. It's like clones. You bunch of clones, you lot.
I've heard the board was speaking to Tuchel behind Arteta's back last week.
Well, if that's true, then again, listen, if Mikel Arteta does win the league, I would hold up my hands and I would say to him, "Fair play, mate. Fair play. You proved me wrong. Fair." I knew we weren't going to win the Champions League. We haven't got the depth in the team, but I think if we win it, Mikel Arteta deserves a contract. If he doesn't win it, I'm sorry, but he's got to be gone. And yeah, I most probably wouldn't mind to join there. I think he'd be a good manager.
I think they should give him the contract now.
Yeah.
Just derail the season.
Give a contract now and also build a statue outside the stadium for him as well, kind of thing, because obviously he's 20 years absence and he's won the league.
Get him
Would any of you two
well.
take? Would any of you two take Mikel Arteta?
No. I'll just go take.
We can't afford light bulbs. That's what it is, Anthony.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, the team talk brings a light bulb up in the middle, talking about Heinstein.
Be the potato guys. Can't afford potatoes.
I've never dropped me on the head of birth as my team got a Champions League trophy in the cabinet.
So well on that one,
because I tell you what, we'd be ripping the piss out of one another if we were on the
That's good to hear, Budgie. That is good to hear.
Yeah.
But you could do that technically, because you just have to change one of the three abbreviations. If Man United's good, we can have the goodies, the bad, and the ugly. You can have, if we're in the bad, you have the good, the baddies, and the ugly. And then if you got Man United in the ugly, you've got the good, the bad, and the uglies.
Yeah.
The uglies everywhere.
Yeah.
God.
So
I just want to say something. Sorry to butt in. Sorry.
Nice, mate. Nice.
I don't know if you're watching this, but I've been told that a friend of mine is not very well. It's pretty much a bit like in a bad way. But I just want to say, big up to Mr. B from the Man United agenda, and I hope you get well really soon. So so
he's not well.
big up to you, mate. Yeah, no, he's not well. I was watching the Man United agenda the other night, and he mentioned it in the program there. So I didn't even know. So
I'll send him a message.
Just I wish him all the best. I'll message you as well.
Yeah, I'll send him a message. Thanks for letting us know that, mate. Hope he's okay.
Get well soon, Mr. B.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. We lose the league on goals scored, he gets sacked. And that's the thing, though, isn't it, Andy? It doesn't matter all the records you've got this season. If you don't win nothing, it counts for nothing, as we said earlier.
Exactly. I mean, all these games we've won 5-0, 6-0, 3-0, 3-1. It counts for nothing. And I mean, I do understand, obviously, with what Darren's saying there, but in all fairness, listen, do you know what? Let Mikel Arteta do what he's got to do. He hasn't got to tamper with the team anymore. He's got to put the team that he played against Chelsea last night. He's got to take that team into the Tottenham game, into the next game. And it was nice. Do you know what? I thought Partey made a difference in that midfield.
It's been a long time coming, isn't it? I mean, we know the alleged thing but it proves he has still got it in that respects. When you look at that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I will say this to you, Anthony, and to some of the Arsenal guys in there. Will it grate you knowing that your season changed because you signed a certain player that come from a certain club?
Yes, Declan Rice.
Your season changed.
Another 100 mil.
Exactly it. So we'll take that advance payment now, please. Exactly that.
It's a thank you fee, but I tell you what, he was good last night. He was good. Odegaard, he was brilliant. Trossard, brilliant. Ben White, 2 goals from right back. Bloody hell, he was good, brilliant. And also Kai Havertz. It was a shame, really, that they couldn't left Kai Havertz playing, because knowing that he might have scored an hat-trick, maybe. I say maybe, but he's doing really well. I mean, I do say this. Me and Jez did actually say at the beginning of the season, there could be a certain player within side Kai Havertz who's waiting to come out to produce the goods. And he's been doing that gradually over this season. Next season, all I'm going to say is what Kai Havertz does this season, I want better for next. So at the minute, He's on 33 games, 11 goals, and 5 assists. Kai Havertz. So it varies around about the Jesus kind of ratio. Like, do you know what I mean? Like 12 goals a season, that sort of thing. But listen, I actually said Kai Havertz would get 15 goals. He's 4 away. So let's hope he can score 2 goals against Man United, 1 against Tottenham, that'd be 3, and either 1 against Everton or Bournemouth. So, and he would have most probably have done. He could possibly do it, but don't tinker with the team, Nickel. Just leave it. You've got your winning team now, and it was nice to see Rice alongside Partey, because I think that's what the Arsenal fans were sort of crying out for. I was as well, but I was crying out for it in a different formation, like a 4-2-3-1 with them two at the back there, side by side.
It elevates Odegaard as well.
It does. It gives him that free role.
It gives him better support with the better balance in the midfield, but not just that, the ability of the other two in midfield. There's no coincidence that Odegaard had one of his best games in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
People comparing him to Ozil again after having Partey and
what you mean? He's going to pile on weight and can become lazy? Is that what you mean?
No, he's going to become a bit politically.
Have you seen him in the gym training? His arms, he's massive, man.
Yeah. He's learned from you, Anthony. He's following your kind of lead. I mean, great comment here for me. Great comment here for me, E. Ross. Second place is the first loser. Tired of hearing next season that shit gets old, and that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just showing you at the moment, Liverpool 74 points, 77 still to use, guys. And obviously, the thing you got to look at is obviously City's 2 games in hand on you, on the pair of you.
Oh, yeah,
that's the thing.
I mean, I don't understand why their game was Thursday, because I know they had the FA Cup game on Saturday, but I mean, we had a Premier League game on. Was it Sunday? No, it was Sunday. I think we played the same day, didn't we? They played Saturday or something. I didn't get it.
Yeah. No, but don't forget, didn't you see Pep's thing? It was all kind of tears and all this kind of stuff. Our players are tired and we've got all these games and there's this and the other. And, woe is me. We can't do this and can't do that. But it sounds like, I think, is it now 2-1 to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So when you look at something like first of all, I thought to myself, is it the computer for? Is it? No, he's still moving his head. It's got to be the other thing. But yeah, Pep's moaning and groaning about stuff. So is that psychological tactics? I don't know. But
I think he
was definitely having a moan up.
Yeah. But it's like what I said to him. It don't matter if you're a brilliant team, a world class team, and Man City are. If you're a world class team, you do not play on Saturdays, because the Champions League games in the week you normally play on a Sunday. The class teams play on a Sunday. That's the reason why. If you was in the Champions League playing on a Wednesday, if you notice, your game is most probably not until. All right, you could play on a Saturday, but sometimes most of your games are on a Sunday. And that was what was, I can't remember who came out and said it. And they said, if you're a world-class team like Man City, it's very rare that you'll play on a Saturday.
Maybe that's why it's probably kicked off.
Yeah.
Great shape by SS here again. Look, main objective has been completed by Arteta, getting Champions League qualifying next season.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
The Conkeys are happy.
Yep, money's coming in. With all the money Arteta's had, he should have won a trophy, be it League, FA Cup. Yeah, good, good statement.
It's true. He likes to throw those cups away. I don't know why. Because I tell you something now. If we don't win nothing this season, and Man United go on and beat Man City in the FA Cup final, and they've won a trophy, then what? Who would you say had the better season?
Exactly that. That. Good evening, King Mikel.
Well, good evening, King Mikel. Hope you win the league. If not, fuck off.
So we draw as a draw written all over it. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? And your art with Arsenal has not changed for over 30 odd years. Still the same attitude when Wrexham put you out the FA Cup.
Hey, do you know what? I had the piss rips out of me with that, Wrexham. And then get fast forward down the line, back in 94, 95 season, Yeah, we went out the cup. We lost 2-0 to Millwall. Kennedy got the winner, and then after he scored after that season, that Kennedy he signed for Liverpool the following season.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, Darren's agreeing with you. He's saying, yeah, Partey made a difference, but why has he been frozen out? He's not been injured. I think there's been a dispute going on in the first game this season, right back. Could be that, or as we said, it could be the alleged allegation on him that Barrett and Diaz has put Sheffield United 2-1 up. I want a perfect hat trick every match or sell him.
Hey, come on, United.
They've been more of a United team than we are at the moment. I mean, bloody cutback goal. Every single team on planet Earth literally just do cutback passes all day long. We won't stop it. It's the only way that you can have a 100% success rate in getting a clear-cut shot on goal. I don't know why more teams haven't done it. I seriously don't. Literally, when you come to Old Trafford, play the cut-back pass simulator in front of our goal, you will finish the game about 20-0.
Yeah.
Fuzzy,
we're going to have to do a show. I'm going to have to come on your show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Budgie's agreed. The Partey Rice looked really good. If we had 10 Declan Rices in mentality, we'd be champions. The geezer should be captain. I think he will, Darren. I said it from the beginning. I said it in the beginning. For me, it's one way you'll free up Odegaard more by making him captain.
I just think Declan Rice is captain material team. The Odegaard, did you ever see him when he's like that? He's talking to players and trying to egg him on. He don't do nothing. But with Declan Rice, he's the one that communicates with his defence and the attack as well. So he's communicating with everybody on the pitch, Declan Rice. That's what a captain should do. So give him the captaincy next season. Listen, we have Fabregas. What was he a captain at? 18?
Yeah.
Of Arsenal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why can't Declan Rice do it?
Comes down to your manager again. I mean, obviously, question for you, if you look at this, Anthony, fans justified why we didn't win anything after the season ends. What happened to the standards? I mean, the standards will drop if we didn't win anything. I mean, you look at last season, we bought it last season, which is a fact. Yeah.
And now we're looking. Do you know what? If we win every single game this season, and we don't win it, right?
10 hugs, boom, boom.
That's the Villa game that stopped us, and that's an ex-Arsenal manager, as in Unai Emery, has stopped us winning this league.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's saying class teams play on a Sunday, eh? That's why West Ham played Sunday for 3 years.
No. I'm on about Champions League. I did say Champions League on a Wednesday, didn't I? I did say that.
Yeah.
Big up, Budgie.
Adama's right. Obliterate the like and share, please. These free falls are desperate.
I am. I'm very desperate. Get my subs coming in as well.
Yeah, look, as Basil says there, look, you've already won the dinner plate. Calm down. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely there.
It's in the mud as well.
Yes, they've gone down as well, have they?
1-0 to Palace, yeah.
Ooh, it's getting there.
Mateta.
Allegedly allegations. Well, it's you've got to say it some way or the other. Burnley will get a result on Saturday at Old Trafford. I tell you, because they have found a little bit of form, haven't they, Burnley?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I'd said in my preview, right, that these next 3 games are factually the easiest 3 games out of the next 6. I said no less than 9 points is at all acceptable. We already might be dropping all 3 for the first game. Burnley, now, all things considered, Sheffield United, they do like to play their low block stuff, right? United don't know what the bloody hell to do against low block. Burnley will be afforded more space, but if we're not up for a fight, Burnley will just walk all over us. Yeah, because they can score goals for fun. if the team that they're playing against is that bad, then yeah, they can score lots of goals. Crystal Palace are looking unbeatable at home at this moment in time. That could be, I'm not joking, 3 losses on the bounce. We've then got Arsenal after that. Then we've got Newcastle, and then we finish the season at Brighton away. And then we have Man City after that in the cup final.
In the cup final, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to come on to our managers respectfully, Fuzzy.
We're going to die. We're going to die.
Budgie saying, I don't want to say it, I told you so, but for the past 4 years, he's been captain material. West Ham fans always knew it. Absolutely. So, yeah, for me, it's nailed on that he should be captain next season. If not, then there's something seriously wrong there. So, yeah, going on our managers, Fuzz, I mean, obviously, Yaz is kind of going because I think time's running out. But for your guy, it just seems
time is running out.
It's time is literally. But what did you think of his reaction to the journalists when they made comments about the weekend?
Mate, I think the guy is pretty much on shaky legs. He's like that boxer that's just been rocked. He's desperate to defend himself, but you can see the spaghetti legs everywhere, and he's just backpedaling. I think that's probably what the mindset is at the moment. He's just trying to stay on his feet, and hopefully this concussion wears off. Unfortunately, it's a concussion, Ten Hag. You can't really wear it off unless you have several months and a full transfer window to fix it. Otherwise, at this rate, you're going to have to take the knockdown or just get knocked out completely at this point. So, yeah, I mean, so his comments talking about how we did fight, we did try, I'm proud of the guy. It's like, no, come on. You don't honestly believe what you're saying. You don't honestly believe what you're saying. Should be 2-2 here. Is that 2-2? No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's true, Darren. It is true. Yeah, I think captain for England to Rice, absolutely. And yeah, they're all saying it. Basil saying 2-2. Yes, but yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Richard saying 2-2. So an interesting game there. Goals be scored, but it's just paper over the cracks by the looks of it, Fuzz. I think, his days are definitely numbered. But who's coming in? What's the names been mentioned so far?
Well, of course, everyone's hoping for Southgate. Potter,
oh yeah, forgot about that.
Another one. Thomas Tuchel is going to be available in the summer. He might end up coming in. Maybe if Amorim still wants to leave, maybe he'll be considered. Outside of that, I don't really know any other clear-cut names. I mean, some people might say De Zerbi, but I think he'd probably be too expensive. So yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. People talk about Zinedine Zidane. Sorry, he won't take it.
No.
Penalty United, by the way.
I think I got to be honest with you. I think Man United. I think they should keep him now. I think they should offer him a 10-year contract.
10-year contract.
Personally, I do. I enjoy it.
You're trying to say it's 2-2 now. You're trying to say that you give Ten Hag there's some time to do a Mikel Arteta. You say we'll go and have a couple of seasons in 8th, 9th, 10th place, and then we'll start title charges again. If we toxically back a process, you're like this, Anthony. Though it's about to be 2-0 Everton here, but if we do what you do, maybe Ten Hag he can get the rub of the green. Maybe we get our own little brigade. Maybe we'll get King. We got King Mikel in the chat. We can have King Eric in the chat as well.
Boom, boom.
I tell you what, first keep him. Let him sign a 10-year contract. And listen, I think you've got to trust the process. I mean, we've done it with Mikel Arteta now.
You have to trust the process right now. These losses are free hits, guys. It don't mean anything. They're just free hits. See Sheffield United, free hit, guys. It's just a free hit.
he's on about his own things and that. He won't come to Man United. And I got to be honest with you, I don't think you're going to get a big manager down there. I really don't. This is why the likes of Gareth Southgate
Wow.
is there.
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, no, I just think the goal. He just scored now. Yeah.
Klopp's just smiling.
Brilliant.
Klopp just got a smile on his face.
It's
Yeah.
like I was about to leave on a quadruple. Now I'm leaving on nothing.
It's
Okay,
over.
welcome.
Over for Liverpool. It's over for Liverpool.
3 hits, laugh by us. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, okay, maybe it could be a 2-horse race now, apart from this 3-horse race. But yeah, just seeing the corner, the replay on the corner.
I think that's what it will be.
Wow.
I said,
and is that Van Dijk? Who's got him?
Oh.
No one. Free. Who's at the back there? Trent Alexander. We're even marking him. Calvert-Lewin was absolutely free. Absolutely free there. Wow.
I think we said the other week, wasn't it? Going back a few weeks ago, Calvert-Lewin, he was a championship player.
It's true.
What do we know?
Much like Pepsi Packer said.
Yeah.
Goodbye
to the title chat. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what else?
Sean Dyche
good.
It's a good club.
As E. Ross says there, Sean Dyche's men drinking diesel fuel tonight.
We must be.
Eating breakfast bowls filled with gravel.
Yeah.
With a slab side of concrete.
Distrust the shambles. He says, Pep just lighting up cigars saying, I loved it when a plan comes together. Yeah,
just the last domino to fall, Aces. The last domino to fall.
Yes, yeah. This is the thing. We'll come on to our managers in a minute, Budge. Please let Potter go to United. He'll be far enough away from the London Stadium for me that way. It's true. Good evening to Arsenal Manic. Hope you're keeping well. Good seeing you, matey. Liverpool, same as Man United last season. League Cup only. Oof, yeah. Yeah, so you haven't got many kind of managers then kind of really listed for the United job. You know, well, I did also. I think you've forgot to mention Gary O'Neill. Or was it Liverpool? Was it?
No, it was United, but I think with Gary O'Neill, well, at first I was thinking it was for the manager's job, but it's actually just a role on the coaching staff.
Oh, really?
It's like an assistant manager type role. But yeah.
Why would you want to downgrade? When you think about it.
Yeah, why would you want to downgrade from Wolves to United? I mean, Christ almighty. You downgrade Steve Cooper if he's in charge of Forest. Well, yeah, he is still in charge of Forest. He'd be downgrading. You go from looking high to looking like he's on bloody fucking Pluto with how high that guy is. If he goes from Nottingham Forest to United, I mean, Christ almighty. Eyes are going to be looking like that.
If anybody hasn't seen Fuzz's show from the other night, please do. It was entertaining. I know word of a lie. And he was there, he stood there, and he came on like this, and he's just staring at the screen. He's going like this. Like, this is Fuzzy. Like this. I've got nothing to fucking say. Like,
Nothing fucking say about my club now. I haven't said already. Go on my t-shirt, Klopp right now.
Piece of terrible energy drink. Yeah, that's it. But if you're gonna leave on a high. That's what I say.
He was saying, yeah, Steve Cooper smoking them spliffs. Red card cherries. What, someone been sent off, have they? Kirkus. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kirkus, you're off, son. Don't use all the hot water when you go to the showers. Make sure that
straight red as well.
Oh, really?
Might be last man or something. Oh. Steve Cooper's been sacked. No way.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't been sacked, has he?
False hit sometimes.
He will say, look, I always say that Steve Cooper can be Kai Havertz's dad.
I don't know. There's something about that Cooper. He does look high. He looks stoned and all that. First time I seen him, I thought, bloody hell. He looked like a defeated fullback. But, you know, I mean, that's a different story. But He is an ugly sod, but he's a good manager. It's a shame really that he actually got the sack because he made that, didn't he? At the end of the day, but I feel Cooper is a better manager now than what they've got. The ex Tottenham Wolves manager.
Nunes, yeah. It's an interesting one because, like, when he first came in, it was like the 5-minute wonder, wasn't it? Actually, kind of there was that effect, but it only lasts for so long. Nunes is crap, isn't he? Klopp also leaving with a lifetime supply of teeth whitening products. So Klopp's making 3 changes. Don't think it's going to make a difference at this stage. He looks like he needs to sneeze. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I'm telling you, get us side by side. It's unreal, the resemblance. We'll have to look at that.
Well, hey, because Thomas Frost is still in the chat. There's still 1-0 down to Crystal Palace. So let's do a final score prediction in that game. Mama, I'm going to say 1-1. Buzz?
Yeah.
What's your prediction for the Newcastle and Palace game at the minute? I know Palace is 1-0 up, but what do you reckon the final score will be?
Probably maybe 2-1 to Palace.
Oh, I tell you what.
It might get a goal or something like that.
Be interested to see. Arsenal Manic saying it really rolled up the Chelsea fans when Herbert celebrated. Yeah.
Found Steve Cooper, guys. Found Steve Cooper.
Oh, there he is. Look.
Good old Steve Cooper. His dress. It's half time. Forest are losing 1-0. Goes into the dressing room at half time. It's like, hey, you guys, sit down. Nobody talk. Sit down. Shut up. This is
an interesting comment. Sorry, this is an interesting comment. David Moyes is in the stands tonight, sacking on a bag of coffees. Toffees?
Coffees? Bag of coffees?
Bag of coffees.
Sucking on a bag of Kenko.
Yeah. Fuzzy, it was bad enough him seen on Sunday night, wasn't it? Give the guys a lick, not a like, a lick.
A lick.
Sorry?
Give Jez a lick, everybody.
Give Jez a lick.
Because when you look at that, because there is a rumour that apparently Moyes possibly could be going back to Everton.
Well, do you know what? In all fairness, he didn't do a bad job at Everton. You got to think he was there for. How long was he there for? It's got to be over a decade. Easy.
Sorry, look at that comment.
Conflicted look, I would have imagined. A conflicted look. First and foremost, a bit nervous, a bit under the collar of a sudden. The other side of him is like, drugs. My process. My crack heroin.
Like a scarf around that head, Buzz.
I can't see the resemblance. Big up, Abs. How are we doing? Football Babs. Yeah, go and see this guy as well. And that nice fella and that. So yeah, make sure you go and see this guy. Give him a little bit of love and support if you can, please, people. Ace is Rooney #2 assist. I saw him early on in the old conference, the old press box. So they're talking. Fuck me, he's put some timber on. He looks huge now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andy, you was just saying early on. So would you take on? It would be a bad shout. Thinking about it, Dyche can do something. If he gets a bit of backing behind him as well. Because let's face it, he's not exactly at Everton, is he? That's for sure. Yeah. Just the fact that. I say just the fact that we look at our owners, or should I say Sullivan, and that is a bit tight when it comes to releasing some money.
Yeah. I was just going to say, going back to Moisey, if Everton want him, do you know what I mean? You can actually,
yeah, I see.
But yeah, it really surprised me. I mean, because in all fairness, he didn't do a bad job at Everton, did he? I believe he actually got them. Was he the manager when he had that one season in the Champions League? Did he finish fourth in the league? I can remember Everton playing the Champions League. I think it was back in 2004 2004, 2005. And they were in the Champions League football. I mean, somebody can quote me in the comments, but I know they were definitely in it. And I think Moynihan may have been the manager, but that was, and obviously he got on an FA Cup win as well. But they were always finishing in the top 10, Everton. They were always like 8th, 7th, that sort of thing. And I suppose what it was because Alex Ferguson wanted him at Man United because Alex Ferguson had the right, when he retired, had the right to name the next manager of Man United, which obviously was he said David Moyes for the job.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it doesn't pay out sometimes to manage these big teams, does it? So, in all fairness, I think if Moyes went back there, I think it'd be a good,
good thing for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up AFC always. Tony Etney, HotFuzz, big up to yourself, mate. Buddy's saying he'd rather have Gerrard than Deitch. I mean, so if you look at it and you watch the last couple of days of press, you've got Ruben Amorim apparently have come and met our officials at West Ham. Then apparently so has Lopetegui. He's come and seen us as well. He's had talks. Yeah. Then you've got Mourinho talking about in the background, and you're talking about Potter as well. And even now today, I think it was mentioned Flick, even him being mentioned.
And Flick, well, yeah.
Well, even being as ambitious to say, let's go for Hansi Flick as well.
I tell you what, if you get him, that'd be bloody good because I think he won. Was it around about 6 or 8 trophies at Bayern Munich when he was there? And then obviously he went to manage Germany, and obviously it didn't pay off for him. He obviously got sacked of being the obviously international manager of Germany. But yeah, I'll tell you what, if you get it, there's a few Arsenal fans that said if Mikel Arteta doesn't win the league and if he goes, some of them wants Flick in as manager. Yeah, so I mean, if you get him, Tim, bloody hell. But I don't know. I feel that sometimes with these big managers that comes in, sometimes they do poor. And I think I'm going to be honest with you now. I think the best thing for West Ham is Potter. Is right up his road, isn't it? The team you've got, the style you play. I think Potter can really do something. Add in a couple of additions to the team. I mean, there's talks now. Tim, that Man City want Paqueta for 80 million next season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at it. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, he's getting older, mate. He's 32. He's 33 next season. But I always, when England played against Brazil and Paqueta was in the team, and he had that sort of free role, I think is he better at number 9 than a number 8, or would you prefer
8 or 10? They're saying 8 or 10.
8 or 10.
I think for his country, he plays more as a 10 than that, whereas with us, I think it was the other way around.
Yeah, but I think he plays better in that position that he played for Brazil. Why can't Moisey play like that at West Ham?
But this is the thing, mate. It's when you look at it, we had 2 good strikers of Haller and Skamaka, and because basically he didn't actually play to their strengths, we saw very little goals from him. So people think that there wasn't great at all, but when you look at it, even with Haller having his cancer treatment and that, he's still banging in goals. Skamaka's banging in goals. So what's the difference? You know, if they can do it at other clubs, then really they should have done it with us. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not Moyes' way. So you can see where we've missed out on that side of things. Let's just see some of the comments, just where I was there. There's a question for you, Anthony, here from AFC Always. What would you change anything for the North London Derby? Would I stick with the same lineup that played against Chelsea, or would you change it?
No, I'll stick. I think Thomas Partey coming into that team made a difference. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jorginho hasn't done a bad job there, but I mean, for a £12 million player, what do you expect for a player for 12 million? Keep the same team. It's like what I said on Jez's show before I come in here. I said, look, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just leave the same team. I feel now a lot of Arsenal fans have said, you may have heard this, Tim. Trossard is a sub. bring him off the bench and he plays. And I said,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
you play
heard
him,
that a
play
few
him from the start. That's 2 games, 2 goals now for Trossard by starting. And if you look at his stats, all right, I'm not really a stats man, but if you look at the games that he's actually played in, like started, and the goals that he scored in that game, his stats are one of the highest at Arsenal Football Club.
Amazing,
So
isn't it?
it's like what I said. So a lot of people are saying now, actually somebody said to me, he said on that left hand side, he said you got 3 players there that can play on the left. He said you got Trossard, Martinelli, and Jesus could play there. But he said, would Arteta get rid of one of them next season towards money for bringing in a big player, like a big striker, if you like, like someone that could score 20 goals? And I said, yeah, that could happen. But some people are saying Martinelli, they want him to go. But I think, to be honest with you, out of the 3 players I would see rather go, I think it'd be Jesus. I'd rather see him go than Martinelli.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Ace is just on the Moyes situation. He said he got a 4th spot in the 2004-5 season when
That's
Liverpool
it.
won the Champions League in Istanbul, and Chelsea defeat Everton in 2009 FA Cup final.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
this is true though. When you look at it, Fergie lined up a dud there to make him look good when Moyes came on.
Most probably, but because Fergie, he went upstairs, didn't he? He went into the boardroom, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a club ambassador.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
As Buddy said, what hair flick? Yeah, Hansi Flick, mate. There was a rumor of that as well. Kind of another name that's being thrown into the ring. Don't forget, could end up at the irons. Let's hope not, Darren. Please, I mean, you've suffered enough. You don't want him keeping him and bring him over to us. That's for sure. Odegaard to change his surname to Snodgaard. Newcastle have done something. Yeah, that's true. VAR, mama. Oh, it'll be interesting. Yeah, I've already said this Pepsi pack. I wouldn't mind Thomas Frank. I like him. I think he's a good manager. And he'll have a bit more funding than he would do at Brentford. So he's a good shot. And I like the way he talks a game as well. So I like that.
Yeah. I've seen an interview on him, and do you know what? Really nice guy. His knowledge, what he comes out with, I thought to myself, bloody hell, he's got some good knowledge about the game. But unfortunately, he's one of those like an Eddie Howe at Bournemouth. He can only, it's like the same, he can only take Brentford as far as he can. And I think he's already done that and achieved that at Brentford. If he wants to go on with better things, he's going to have to go to a better club. And most probably, even if he won a trophy here or a trophy there, sort of thing. And he can do that. That's Thomas Frank. I think he's a really good manager. But yeah, that's another good shout out for West Ham. Actually, that could be another good shout out for Manchester United as well. If Ten Hag gets sacked, why not him, Fuzz? Would you be happy with the Brentford manager?
Well, I mean, in terms of what this team is at the moment, how the types of players that we have, it talks about, well, this style of football is crap and all of that. Well, what sort of style of play do these players want? 3-2 United, by the way, so get in. Ten Hag's not getting sacked just yet.
I told you got to trust the process, Fuzzy.
Trust the process or dust to the process?
Well, my process at the minute is in the cupboard is a tin of fucking peas. But that's all right.
The only process that's going on in this household is the meat. But I think with Thomas Frank, he might have, in terms of his approach to the game, might suit some of the players.
Yeah, I see that coming.
More so in terms of the players that we have got versus trying to play some attacking, throw everything forwards, fast pace and all of that stuff. It's like with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's the sort of football those players wanted to play. Under Mourinho, similar story. But then as soon as you get guys like Ralph Rangnick, 45 minutes is all it took for them to switch off. You then have Ten Hag, who he was training them to do the high press attacking football. We saw it in pre-season. First game against Brighton, lost that one. Looked ugly. He tried attacking, but it was horrendous. Then against Brentford, I think after that game, that humiliation, straight away, Ten Hag said, right, forget this attacking style of play that I want to bring in. It's going to get us battered and I'm going to be sacked before anybody knows it. So focus on more defensive structure, which for the first season it kind of worked. Don't know what's happened between last season and this season, where we've lost a lot of that defensive composure. And lo and behold, we're in dire straits, and the attack is not finding much, if any, joy at all. So Thomas Frank, maybe the ideas he has suits some of those players down to the ground, but that's the conundrum. I don't want those players to be suited down to the ground, because otherwise it's not second chance for those players. We're talking 10th, 11th, 12th chance. It's time those guys get gone. So that's probably why I'm more in favour of Ten Hag actually staying for the summer, to actually pick and choose a lot of those players, get them out, and then bring the players that are more attuned to playing more attacking styles, rather than sitting back and playing partner bus football, counter attack. I mean, that's just where I'm at personally. But I think if you want to keep those sorts of players, maybe Thomas Frank is a name that you should consider. So
Yeah, Thomas Frank. Yeah, I know he's a admirer of Scott McTominay as well. So, what's your thoughts on that, Fuzz? If he does join you, Scott McTominay in there.
Evening trip,
when he said he was an admirer of Scott McTominay, did you catch him sort of having just laughing, but like behind his mouth or something?
No, he was serious. He was absolutely serious.
It's one of those gets out the Christmas crackers. That's probably what it was.
Yeah. Thomas Frank done up sticks. He's comfortable in London, so he just needs to come over to East London. He'd be fine, no problems at all. And Thomas Frank will score so many goals in this Arsenal team. So, they're just saying it. Yeah. Eddie Howard's another Arteta. He has too big a club for his skill set. Newcastle owners are clueless. I don't know about that, Darren, because I think if you look at it, what I like about these Newcastle owners is they're not rushing into things. Even though they've got all these pots of money, they're being very fastidious how they're doing things. So when you look at something like that, I think they're going about it the right way. But I understand what you're saying. I do understand that.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, Eddie. I mean, don't get me wrong, nice guy, good manager. Let's not forget Newcastle. They've had so many injuries this season, and they've actually they've lost a couple, but then again, they've actually pulled results out of the bag when you didn't expect it. I mean, look at the team, and it's like what I said. I think Eddie Howe is a good manager. I think he's trying to build a structure around this team that he's got. That what's his name, Wilson, the striker. Him would probably be gone next season, and that.
Yeah.
And it's a good project to have in front of you. And Eddie Howe, I reckon he'd do a reasonably good job at Newcastle. Just got to get right time.
As long as he's got a fit squad, isn't it?
Yeah.
HotFuzz will be excited next season with Southgate.
I'll be this excited.
Ten Hag is getting his P45 in the tunnel after City humiliation, defeating the FA Cup final.
It could happen, That's the funny thing, is that Van Gaal left the club after winning the FA Cup. Maybe for the second Dutch manager in Man United's history, and maybe he also goes out the exact same way. Whether he wins the cup or not, I don't know. To be honest, even if he does win the FA Cup, he might get the sack.
So, AFC always is asking us, what's our thoughts on Arne Slot taking over from Klopp?
I don't watch Arne Slot teams, to be honest. It sounds a bit like another Ange Postecoglou type managerial appointment. Various clubs that he's been around, and now that he makes the jump into the top tier of football. So I wouldn't know what sort of manager he is.
I think he'll bring his own. I think he's bring his own style into the club. And I mean, I've seen a very small percentage of what he does.
Yeah.
Um,
Trouble is, dude, different managers comes into different teams, and then when you got players that's really brilliant, and I mean, at decent, good quality, a new manager comes in, and what they do, they got their own philosophy, and they change it, and then it affects on these good players, and then suddenly those good players or quality players, they come down. Do you know what I mean? They didn't go up, in the estimate they come down, and then sadly for other teams, they leave and then they bring in a different player. But I feel that I know. Don't get me wrong. I know different managers got their own way of managing, different philosophies, and all that. But listen, if you've got, whoever takes over this team at Liverpool, they have got. In all fairness, they have got themselves a bloody good team there, haven't they? Maybe just a couple of additions to it. They don't want to spoil it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they miss Salah. Salah's going to go as well, do you believe? Isn't that the case? He's going.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, they got Jota that they play out on the left. He can score goals, but it's no need they're going to get there on that left. If Jota's injured, then they got theirs to play on the left after him. So it's like what I said. They'll have to pick a decent player. At the caliber of Salah. If they haven't got that, then they ain't doing nothing.
It's going to be interesting. Evening, Jack. We're clinging on here. He's saying,
"Not anymore."
Not anymore. Yeah, exactly. Ten Hag has got it half right. I think the attitude of United players stink much like Arsenal. He's made a few more changes at Liverpool again. Yeah, offside.
The only thing that stinks at Arsenal in a minute, all right, he's not doing a bad job, but he's got to win the league. He's the manager. But then again, people say he's the manager, but you haven't got to put Mikel Arteta in just him in that equation. You've got to put Edu as well in that equation as well. Them two, that is basically is peeing me off at the club. So if we don't win the league, okay, yeah, fine, you can blame Arteta, but let's blame Edu as well. You can't blame the Cronkies. In all fairness, the Cronkies is back Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
If he has 250 million to spend next season, yeah, that's his first £1 billion. And if he wins nothing next season, which I could see him being there, if he wins nothing this season, he'd be there next season. He should definitely be sacked after spending the £1 billion.
Must be hard for Wolves fans because obviously it was 1-1 and then also it's been obviously scrapped off, so it stayed 1-0. Yeah, and Jack said it as we said earlier, Anthony. Eddie Howe's had so many bloody injuries this season; it can't be good.
Yeah, same with United, about 50 to 60.
Yeah,
literally, the two senior players that we had on our bench today. Guess who they were? Well, three technically.
Yeah.
So you had Sofian Amrabat, you had Scott McTominay, and Altay Biendia.
Bloody hell.
Everyone else is an academy player.
Wow.
Yeah, I told you, Fuzzy, if you're beating Sheffield United, see that Scott McTominay, he's doing a job.
He hadn't even scored or assisted any goals. It's been Maguire assisted by Garnacho, got Fernandes from the penalty spot, also assisted by Manu for his second, which was apparently a really good strike. And then you had Fernandes assisting Højlund.
Yeah, look, 16 players.
Fake McTominay, yeah.
But yet he said he'd take McTominay at Forest. If Forest stays up, would you have McTominay at your team then? For a backup, like if you got
we don't forget we was looking at him. Yeah,
Maguire.
Yeah, both of them. But they both decided that they were going to fight it out because they probably thought that they got more chance of staying there than Ten Hag was. That's why they decided to stay at the club.
Do you like that video I sent you, by the way, Fuzz?
On
Instagram.
Palace, they had a great week.
I do recall seeing a video to try and remember what it was.
Yeah, look, 2-0 to Palace. Yeah, so.
To remind myself which one it was.
Fair play, Jack. He's saying Dirk Kuyt will be a part of new Liverpool management team.
Oh yeah, the address at the end of the season when a manager likes to take the microphone and to address the players in front of the fans, or like dressing them down in front of the fans.
Yeah, Mateta
These
again.
players are shit. Hey!
That's the video I sent him.
You just drop the mic and walk down the Old Trafford tunnel. It's like, these players are shit, and I quit.
Shit.
I'm going back to the red light district.
This was such a fun ground, Sellers Park. I had a great time there last October. Yeah, it's a strange old place, that one.
Yeah, it's a hard
Yeah.
thing to get to.
Yeah, look. Should we talk about this as well? Because obviously we talked about the managers and the, Coventry, the real FA Cup finalist, lost at home to Hull 2, 3, 4 times. So is Man United a championship level?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, we've just beaten championship opposition today.
So
we're playing more championship opposition next.
But the thing is,
you might get the playoffs.
Yeah, do that. We bring playoffs to be runners up or to get into European competition.
Yeah, look, Ben White, England, and doing his camera shots like that overrated Muppet Odegaard. Yeah, but when you look at the game, the offside decision, what was your thoughts on that, Fuzzy? I mean, obviously, I've seen your after thoughts, but
to be fair, I mean,
you've had some days to cogitate over what you've thought of that, and has your opinion changed? That's the question.
Got nothing left to say to this fucking team. No, in all things, in all seriousness, in terms of the way in which we collapsed, I think, to be fair, I think first goal we're asleep for is again sort of like a cutback type goal that we can see there. The second goal was just ridiculously lucky on their part. You get the deflection and it goes up and it loops over everybody, including the goalkeeper, to go and just inside the far post. I mean, that's just literally just luck, juiced up luck. The third goal being a penalty, is it a penalty? I think most people have disputed. No, that's not a penalty. To be honest, at this point, you might as well say, well, if that's a penalty, everything else in terms of any handball situations like that is also a penalty. So at least try and be consistent on that front.
Yeah.
If not, then don't call it. In terms of the goal that was ruled for offside, it's probably the most legit out of all the goals scored. Comes from Anthony being a doofus fidget spinner on the right-hand side. Gives the ball away cheaply after cutting inside rather than going to space where there is on the outside and using his right foot to play it into the players in the middle. What he does is he cuts inside. All of the players that are meant to track that run going inside, they follow him. He's not surprised them at all. So it's like they know what he's doing and they're already ahead of him. He's like, oh, well, that's a shame. Let me shoot anyway. Cool. You kick the ball against the player, ricochets out into Coventry feet. Coventry counter-attack down the other end. Wan-Bissaka, I think, was borderline playing him on side 2 times in the build-up. Twice. And, yeah, they put the ball in the back of the net, and given how close it was, it's another one of those decisions where it's like, well, it's so close, you might as well give them the benefit of the doubt and just call it a goal.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to that conversation, but then VAR decide to rule that one out, and then the penalties happen. Anthony again, the little prick. Not this Anthony. This Anthony's a special kind of prick. We're talking about the other one without the H. The other Anthony who decides, you know what? Because we've beaten Coventry from the penalties after being 3-0 up in the 70th minute. I'm going to cut my ears and take the piss out of them. Oh, where are you crying now? You crying now? Like, mate, literally, it was the only player that was actually running towards that end of the pitch was Rasmus bloody Højlund, and he was the one that took the winning penalty. Everybody else had just stayed at the halfway line, just gone, right, okay, off home now.
Wow.
No sort of celebrations, nothing. They just walked straight off. Maguire blanked everybody else and just went straight over to the Coventry place. And I'm like, well, he knows what's up because, yeah, he will know more so than anyone else. You shouldn't be bottling 3-0 scoreline to Coventry fucking City in the 70th minute.
Yep.
It's madness.
Crazy.
I didn't think it was offside thing.
It was. I mean, for me, yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka kind of, yeah, you know, it was one of those.
The best team lost.
I don't know if you noticed it, Anthony, as well. The angle they did the lines of it was from a different angle with the normal.
Normal, yeah. If it was on a normal, I'd tell you something now. If that was on a normal, you look down that line on that scale of that line, he would have been onside.
And
that's a fact. I reckon they were actually. You know what? I'd be gutted if I was a Coventry fan. I'd be happy in the way they played because they did play well. They were brilliant, Coventry City, going 3-0 down and then 3-0.
Yeah.
And just, and obviously, making it into penalties and that. But I'll tell you something now. This Coventry manager, I don't know if you know this, Fuzzy, Mark Robbins, he played for Man United. He scored the winning goal again. He actually saved Alex Ferguson's job. Right? He actually saved his job. Fergie was on the brink of being sacked, and he saved his job. Right? He scored the winning goal again. And I'll tell you what as well.
So you get a favour. It's like I deserve something for that.
It was a big favour. The other thing as well is everybody, if you're going to get called a prick, get called by HotFuzz. Get called by Fuzzy. That was brilliant.
Well, got a chance to that. It's big up to Dave Old School Gunner. Again, he says smash the likes and subscribe if you're new to this channel. And the same guys, if you haven't been able to Old School Gunner, go and pay a visit to him and there. And obviously, if you have a share, a like, and obviously give him a subscribe.
We mentioned you were here in the stream, Dave. You might want to after the show finishes, go back.
You need to have a word with Moyes and beat Liverpool. Yeah, it's true. He was saying, I can't wait to come back to the UK. I'll be looking forward to that when you come back in. I'm sick and tired of watching Rasmus pretend he's a decent football player. Yeah, it's one of those. Could be Liverpool, the new Man United, Chelsea next season. Well, could be, yeah. If he goes, could it be the demise of them? It's going to be a hard one. Can't watch this dross anymore. Put some respect on Hull City's name.
Put some respect on the Tigers. The Tigers will maul you.
Anthony, women beater following bald egg back to the district and weed capital.
Fucking Christ alive. I swear to God, right? I saw on my phone some update on some apparently rape allegation things, like 2 Premier League players, young 19-year-old, and they're not named at all. And straight away I was just thinking, I swear to God, if this is linked to some Man United guys, I'm going to seriously, just get the biggest flamethrower you've ever seen and burn everything down at this point.
That's it. Full time, Everton 1-2-0.
Yeah, just seeing that come through.
Yeah.
How many tears in the eyes of Liverpool fans can you see, Anthony?
Well, Klopp's is saying he just give a Daichi a big old hug in there and saying, thanks for the time and that. I'm going back to my country, so piss off. I think Liverpool are out of the title race now. I don't think Arsenal will drop more than 1 to 3 points from here on in. Famous last words. But yeah, you're probably not wrong there. Probably not wrong there at all, Arsenal, Manic. I have to do freaking cartworks for a ticket at the Toon, like I had to at the Emirates. That's unbelievably annoying.
You're cartwheeling through the ticket barriers.
Whamby Bambi and friends, yeah. Good match today at Palace.
quite a few
Anthony,
match
what's
finals.
your favourite UB40 song? He's asking you.
Oh,
London
God, what's the
Forever.
one? The old Elvis one. Is it Falling in Love with You or that one? Yeah, the Elvis version he sang, but I prefer the
Yeah.
UB40 version. Yeah, that one.
Brighton,
So it
Fulham,
can't
and
help
Spurs.
falling in love.
Yes.
We need one of these to take points off a City. I don't trust Forest, and West Ham are away from home. Possibly nothing to play for by that stage of the year. That's the thing. Well, if you look at it, ideally, if Moyes is going to go, we've still got a chance to push on the last couple of games and results go for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean,
That you're at spot again.
he's got to feel really down about this. Obviously he knows what's like, seeing all this like managers, this and that, coming in wanting these jobs, and like the owners as well. But then again, you look at it saying, I'm not being funny. You think of it. You've got ex-Birmingham City managers, owners. That's in your club, and look what they did there.
Yeah.
They dragged that team. You might as well say down into the gutter, and it took another person to come in to pick them up again. So I don't know what the future holds with West Ham, but I mean, as any of your fans have mentioned about this, like would they prefer different owners to the club?
Well, there is talks. I mean, obviously, the problem we've got, Kretinsky won't buy anymore because obviously he's involved with Sparta Prague.
Yeah.
So I think that if the chances out there, I think Sullivan would sell up. But it's who's going to come in, basically. I mean, there's another one that's just kind of the rumour mill has gone into a full effect. So it's got here former West Ham assistant coach and current Borussia Dortmund manager Edin Terzic has been considered and rejected as a potential replacement for David Moyes this summer. So that's quite interesting, considering he was number 2 at one point. Dan Potts now live with Kenny Ken and Northside. Yes, I think because there's an American that's got some consortium thing. I think this is that Trip fella. He's got a consortium that's bought X amount into the club as well. So, and then of course, the so-called Man United sheikh that was going to buy into them before we've fought out with Ratcliffe. There was also that kind of, he's going to come and he's going to buy West Ham. Yeah, all right, I believe that when I see it.
Back in the game team, that's what I thought. They have gone back into the fucking tunnel again, have they?
Yeah, another tunnel, mate. It's a long old tunnel, isn't it?
It's just a stream of walking through the Channel Tunnel in the background.
Yeah, Arsenal famous for going on winning runs. Yeah, with no end result, basically, if they're not careful. Rat in my kitchen. Good evening to the assembled, even to the panel in the chat. I hope you're keeping well, mate. If West Ham give us the title, you're even more of a legend, Anthony. Well, even the assembled, UB40 Kingston Town, best song when you're absolutely legless in local on weekend.
Yeah. They were selling beers. It was like a pint. I think a pint was something like it was about £8 or £8.50 a pint. And then they did the 2 pinters, which was around about £12, 12.50, 2 pinters.
Yeah, that's not
so
bad.
I thought, my missus said to me, she went, "Well, what do you want then?" I said, "Oh, give me a fucking 2 pinter." I said, "It saves me going back." I tell you what, I have never drank so much beer out of a 2 pint glass and go into the back in toilet, like for a piss. So I mean, I was like, Jesus.
Arsenal mate, just to let you know, in that you actually spelt my name right in the first place. That is my proper name, and obviously everyone knows me as that. There's a few others I mentioned as well, but we haven't got enough time for that. But there's a few other names that come to mind as well.
It's got to be with an H. It's got to be with an H.
No, mate, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
It has. That's the proper way.
Big up to each other, so saying like with each other and that. So yeah, I mean, it's I think what you said, Anthony, it's the fact of if you're the manager, there must be, can't be. Look, put it this way: if you look at the Moyes' last 3 post-match interviews, the body language for me says that he's going, he's not hanging around. But then you look at it, would you say he kind of leaves with his kind of legacy intact? 3 years in Europe, he's got he's got a cup out of that as well. Does he leave with his integrity, or is it a case of, yeah, you've done well, but as they say, not playing the West Ham way?
Yeah, I think
Um,
he's done well. Saying if he leaves with a great sort of like legacy behind him. He's done better this time as West Ham's manager than what he did the time before.
yeah,
So I think if he's going to go out, I think he's gone out on a high. 1 trophy in 3 seasons is a European trophy. He's got that on his CV. You've got that in your trophy cabinet. So it works good both ways. And then if he does leave, all you've got to do is wish him the best of luck, and that's it. And I think another team will obviously come in for him. I mean, I hope it's not like a low down team. Like, you know what I mean? I really feel that he should be offered a role. I don't know what team is. I don't know. A decent team. That's what I'm going to say. An average team, a team that can finish in the top 10. That's what I'm going to say. If a team finishes in the top 10 under Moisey, that's fair enough.
yeah.
It could be easily a Wolves or something. The Wolves might get it. I don't know. But
It'd be interesting because, say, when you look at the fact of, when you look at, semi-final, final, and then quarterfinals,
yeah,
it's not bad. And I say, apart from how results have gone lately, because every time it seems that with Man United slip up, we've got a chance to kind of overtake them. We do exactly the same.
Yeah,
and
we do.
The chance of actually getting into Europe again this season is looking very slim now. So do we move on? But I'm not too sure if we will. I think we'll meet 8-4. If we're lucky to get 7th, I'll be lying in that respects. Chip saying Moore's always had the same annoyed face. He doesn't do that. And Symbol saying the West Ham way left with Brook and Devonshire, and I totally agree with that comment. Because obviously since John Lyle, you had basically other managers coming in. Did they really know the West Ham way? The only one you probably could say that would know it, being an ex-player, was Kerbishley. Bilic brought his own style in. Obviously, it's one of those.
It is one of those, unfortunately. But like I said, I think if you had a change of owners, personally, and I think West Ham would be a better run club if you had a change of owners. That's your problem. Is your owners? I don't think the problem is with Moisey.
No, it's Sullivan. Yeah, it is Sullivan.
Yeah, it's definitely Sullivan. And you've had a few injuries, let's not forget, as well. And you're trying to. I mean, look at that with Antonio coming back. I mean, he's been scoring your goals of late. But at his age and the way his injury, and he was struggling to get back to match fitness. You know what I'm saying? Getting into that team, he hasn't done too bad in that respect. But
no, of course.
You're just lacking a striker, and I think out on the left hand side as well, maybe you're a bit weak.
Definitely, I'll come back to that. Just want to say, because Ewos is saying, "Stay blessed, gentlemen. On my way to work. Take care and great panel tonight. See you on the next stream. Thanks, Ewos. Good seeing you. And don't work too hard as always." No, exactly. It is one of those. Sullivan. It cost us in the January window. And when you look at it, we had that Ibrahim and Osman we was looking at. There was that kind of so-called double agent going on.
Yeah.
A week or so later, Brighton signed him. Yet we couldn't.
There you go. It was something behind that. I most probably think it was just the owner.
It's definitely because with this Tim Stidson that we've got in as our sporting director, full well when he gets on that jet plane, he's bringing a player back.
Yeah,
and you've seen that with Alvarez, with Kudos, with Paqueta. You can see these things that what he's done with them. But with this one, I think this was a Sullivan intervention that stopped this going through. And it was only, I think, this so-called agent in was it Belgium? I think it was. He apparently wasn't his actual agent. It was a former West Ham player that is his actual agent. But I think the fee was only this Dutch fellow was looking for was like £7 million, which obviously for an agent is a lot of money. But yeah, I think more Sullivan was the one that kind of intervened because obviously we got rid of Ben Rama. He went, and then obviously Fornells went. So our left-hand side and that, is virtually non-existent.
Non-existent, true, But it's like what I said. You got to whatever. If it's Moisey, if it's not, if it's the next manager, you've got to get a striker. You've got to get a left winger as well. But trouble is that you don't want to be selling these players. I know Man City's coming in for Paqueta, but these are sort of players you want to keep at your team and build around these players if you really want to do something. I mean, next season, the season after, I can't see what if the new manager comes in. You've got to be looking at Europa League. For a while. That's how it, and then it extends. When you go well in the Europa League and you've already won it, you think, right, we've got the money injected into the club now. Your quid's in because of your stadium, because the other company's making a loss on it. You're getting on that.
Yeah.
So, your next step is try and be, let's take this to the top 4. But is this the manager to take us to the top 4? That's the other thing you've got to look at as well.
No,
so,
of course. I mean, obviously, apparently, Arsenal are saying if Arsenal win all their matches and Moyes gets a result in his final match, he goes down as an Arsenal hero, and that's all that matters for you. So joking, obviously, because obviously our last game is at the City ground. I'm impressed with it. Yeah, Glasner doing well. At Palace, playing some good football. Yeah, we found that out on Saturday. So I said that. Trip Vic saying Arsenal fans always with the biggest talks. Yeah. Always. Beating Liverpool, West Ham and Newcastle within a week or two. So far, so good, and not lucky wins either. No, absolutely. They were actually well-deserved results there, Jack.
They were.
Got me pleased with,
That was under option. You'd say that was under option. Like that.
I was under the illusion Antonio was all the striker West Ham needed. This is the thing, I'll be honest with you, Assemble, because Moyes just likes playing with a low man up top. Antonio seems to have adjusted to the style, but when you look at Haller and Scamacca, I think they needed to work off of someone, and we just didn't have that. And
I mean, he was good team, but in all fairness, he's at age now where he's at 34.
34 now,
right? Yeah, 34. He's not going to stay around forever, and he's like what he said. The older you get, that you still got your football mentality brain there, but your pace that's the one it suffers. Do you know what I mean?
So he shows glimpses of that, Anthony. When you look at it, he shows glimpses. He has a little burst of speed in there. Then no doubt when the ball's played away and that, he's breathing out of his backside at that stage. Just we gain his strength back. Let's see now. West Ham need to make 3 to 4 changes, and once again, maybe challenging in Europe. Get same things. And this is the thing. I know you guys have talked about it. Your bench is weak. Our bench is definitely weak, and it's all about strikers.
Yeah, it is all about strikers. And
the game plan as Antonio as a key component. Something is wrong with the game plan, in my opinion. Absolutely, yeah. But I think this is where Moyes lets himself down. But really, we need that. We do need, as his trip says it.
It's the pace ones you need. So,
yeah.
Obviously you need ones that can score every now and then. But if you've got that pace and that, because Bowen, you look at Bowen and all that, you've got the teams there that can actually gel with that lone striker there in the middle, and hence this is most probably why. You're most probably desperate to sign Eddie Nketiah off of us stuff. So,
so this is one. Don't flog that dead horse again. Jesus, Arsenal saying, well, it's either me or you, but I think it's me because there's no H. You had to pick 2 key positions to address. Which ones would they be? The key ones, obviously, is left wing and a forward for West Ham, 100%. If it's an Arsenal, Anthony, what 2 areas would you need to address, Anthony?
Well, blimey, 2. I think in Arsenal Football Club, I think it's 3. I think it's 3 because I'm looking at a 20-goal striker. Then I'm looking at a backup for Saka or a player that we can rotate with him, and also something on that left back. But listen, I mean, Timber, he's back. I mean, he scored against Blackburn Rovers in the under-21s. I don't know if anybody's seen his goal, but it was literally on the edge of the 18-yard box. As he outran the defender, he literally pinged the ball and it went right up in the top keeper's left-hand corner. And I'll tell you what, that was a bloody good goal from him. So, but would he feature in the team? If he does feature Timber, I wouldn't play him in the Tottenham game. I would let him come on at like the last 20 minutes of the game. But if we're like 2-0 up or 3-0 up by then, sort of thing, just introduce him just get a little bit of game time under his belt, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I said is that left back. But listen, Tommy Gassi was doing a good job there. Lichenko, I don't want him nowhere near it. Maybe you can have him sign him, play him out on the left wing.
You never know. Well, the funny part about it, because it looks like, because I'm going to come onto a comment that Tripp has put on there as well, because he's saying he's rigidness, and that's the problem with him. I think sometimes he doesn't want to adjust when there's certain games that he needs to. So there's the thing. I mean, Arsenal Manic saying yes, that was addressed to West Ham, Anthony. Thank you very much. Arsenal need to address 3. Anthony is correct. West Ham probably need more as well. Yeah, as Tripp Vickers alluded to here, Arsenal Manic, our aging defence. West Ham need a new defence. All 4 players have to go, fam. Yeah, because when you look at it, Cresswell wants out. Emerson's still okay. Ogbonna, experience-wise, maybe on the coaching team. Mavropanos, he's still kind of learning kind of thing. Zuma, legs are shot to pieces at the end of the day.
Is he like 30, 31?
Kufel as well, yeah. So, and Johnson is still stumbling on this new contract. As if he signs it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need, when you look at that side of things, yeah, we definitely need to address the defence as well.
That's interesting. The Man United penalty that we got, we actually scored a goal at the same time the referee gave the penalty decision. So the ball went into the back of the net, and the referee, instead of saying, "Hey, well, you get the benefit of the doubt, have a goal," he goes, "Penalty, no goal."
So at that point, so was it already in the net when they scored before he called the decision, or?
I think it must have been at the exact same time, because a lot of United fans seem to be pretty pissed off about it, to be honest. Because they say, well, Man United have scored, but the referees decided to give a penalty instead of the goal.
Yeah, so if that's the case, his decision will be final, because if it's it's a harsh one to have, but unfortunately,
yeah. You still score from that penalty anyway, so
that's all it all counts anyway. Made up for it. Yeah. Will Partey be in next season's plans? If not, we need a replacement for him as well. Yeah, that's a crucial thing, because I think we've already spoken about this many a time, haven't we, Anthony, with this Partey situation.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, with this situation is a different thing, but I would like to see Partey there, because in all fairness, you've got to look at the Arsenal team we got. It's quite young. But we like to have that. It's nice to have that experienced player, more so playing at the back than up the front, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we got that in Jorginho, Partey. So that there are those 2 experienced players. To be honest with you, Elneny he is, but he might be gone next season. I can't see him at Arsenal. So
what's he on that? Sorry, going on that one. Is he on like a rolling contract or something, or what?
I think he is. I think he's like an on-rolling contract. I think he's given a year. I mean, it's like what Arsene Wenger used to do. When a player used to reach 30, Wenger used to offer him a year contract. And then if they progressed in that year, they were still good, then Wenger offered them another year and another year. You know what I mean? So it's that sort of thing, I reckon. But listen, he's not a bad player. He's a good work hard player. He can do a job, Elneny. And I think whoever gets him, they've got a good experienced player there. I mean, hopefully he can play alongside Godbucks Homley for next season.
I get what you mean by this trip, Vic. Yeah, Emerson is dangerous as a defender. Never can be trusted, in my opinion. And not being funny, even if he played Ben Johnson in the left, or even Cresswell, for me, Emerson wouldn't be bad as on the left wing, because he can do something with it as well. Maybe probably damage limitation, put him out there. So is Moores as good as the Highline Master? No, he can. He can adapt. He has shown that. He's proved that. He proved that when we've. He can show that obviously when we beat Arsenal 2 times this season. Sorry, 4 getting the 4 points and drawing a win. He proved that against Arteta that he can play against the the best at that point.
Yeah,
because obviously your form, you were you could say was high flying at that stage. So yeah, he can do it.
Yeah, we were robbed the balls over the line.
Here he goes again.
Anthony, it was a corner. It was a corner. The goalkeeper touched it. It was a corner.
And Maguire's a cheat. Should have been a foul for diving.
Well, that's the funny thing is that you say, well, Maguire going over really easy is what the call for the penalty was. Well, in that case, then, if it was not a penalty, then just award the goal anyway. So it's a win-win for United either way.
Last night playing alongside Rice, we looked so much more capable with more options. Rice was venturing forward. You'd have to worry. Yeah, and that's what sometimes he needs because, don't get me wrong, he's proved he can be up and down. So you've got a good player there. You should be very happy, what you've got as,
I think it's nice to see Rice in. I know Rice was going up, up, and Partey was going up every now and then. But mostly what it does, it frees up Odegaard in that middle, and he's attacking more now because that was when he got 15 goals. That was when we were playing the 4-2-3-1 because he was playing in behind Jesus, behind the striker. If you notice, Odegaard he won't score 15 goals a season now because Mikel Arteta, with his philosophy and his plans, he's actually changed it. I actually preferred Arteta when he actually scored 15 goals that season. Then now, don't get me wrong, he's doing well now because Arteta's changed it a little bit. The style of his play, but I feel that regarding goals wise, I think if Odegaard was up there, playing in beyond the striker, obviously he would have got more goals, which would improve our goal difference in one. And obviously, it would have put us in a good position. Obviously, we're in a good position now in the league, but it would have put us in an even better position, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Speculations, Arsenal have elite PR. Would you believe that? And Troop saying,
spinning dinner plates.
Yeah, absolutely. Rice is good, but it will never be great. That's just a little bit like Martinelli and Saka, isn't it, really? So it should be very interesting.
Yeah, but he's going to change that team. He's totally changed that Arsenal team for this season. You think that if Declan Rice if we did sign him, where would Arsenal be now?
Well, this is the thing.
They'd be 3rd, maybe 4th. They'd be like where Villa are. I think we'd be finding out with 4th spot with Villa.
Yeah. Possibly right. Even it's dare to say if 5th, if you're not too careful. Yeah. So, anyway, as we're now a minute and 40, an hour and 48 in. Let's have a look at some of the actual games coming up and our score predictions. So, tomorrow night is Brighton versus Man City.
Oh, God.
And she's going to go 6-0 to Brighton.
Fuzzy, I love you. Nah, what is it? I can't see nothing but here. I would like Brighton to win, but I can't see nothing but a Man City win here. So I'm going to go 3-1 Man City.
Evening, Jose. Good evening, Tony XL. LTL Cookerell. Yeah. Nice guy. He does a lot of stuff, obviously Spurs-wise, but he also does a lot of predictions as well, like we're doing tonight. But he does it on a better level than what we do. But yeah, great guy. If you go and give him a little shout to him as well. So 3-1, you're going for. Yeah, I think City. I think are just going to be too strong.
Yeah. I'm going to be a bit more of a run against the grain, run against the mill. I'll go 3-2 Brighton.
Ooh. Oh, God.
I'm just doing it to get him hyped up a little bit. It's like, it's coming home. It's coming home.
Dangle that carrot.
He is, yeah. And then at the last minute of the season, fucking we get a draw. Man City wins, and it just goes like Man City wins. Like you bastard.
You'll see next to it an asterisk, courtesy of Hot Fuzz's predictions.
Take care, Arsenal Manic. Thanks for coming on. Take it easy. So Trip saying 2-0 to Brighton Beach. So yeah, I think Man City are just going to. You know what the focus is going to be on now? It's just going to be all out league.
There is FA Cups.
You know,
it's only Man United we're playing. Jeez,
exactly. It's just training practice. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Brighton as well myself.
I mean, it's because Brighton they haven't really got
3-1 Brighton.
Have they? They got nothing to play for, Brighton. They got nothing to play for at all. They can't get down. They can't win anything. So
so 3-1 Brighton. You know, just an upset. I know we're all going to be wrong, but you know we can say this. We can go with that. Saturday, so the first game, 12:30 kickoff, is West Ham versus Liverpool.
Oh bloody hell! Well, I tell you what, you've seen it here tonight. Everton. I know it's a Merseyside derby, and anything can happen. But listen, Tim, I don't know if you've got you got a full team back now, or are you
still a bit dubious on this couple of. I mean, like, not too sure if Bowen be fit.
No, he won't be.
He won't be. So no Bowen. I
think we may have a Gerd back and Mavropanos.
Possibly, and probably more likely to stick with Fabianski in goal than because I think Areola's still out as well.
Oh God, by me. Oh, I you know what? If you would have had a fully fit team, I probably would have gone for a 2-2. That's what I would have gone for. But by me, 2-0 Liverpool. I'm sorry to say, I'm not saying it to be nasty or taking the piss, but I listen. I hope we're all wrong. I hope West Ham really do get something out of this game. But just because of the prediction, my prediction would be 2-0 Liverpool.
I'll go 2-0 to Liverpool as well, and I do mean to be nasty with that one. But I think David Moyes. I reckon West Ham will still make this tougher work for Liverpool. I think you've just been given an idea for a team of similar level of quality and how to frustrate Liverpool, how to limit the quality of chances and take your opportunities. And I think West Ham, they've got players in similar respects to the qualities that Everton players have, so you might want to try and replicate that, but I don't necessarily think that David Moyes is going to have quite the same sort of success at replicating what Everton have done with Sean Dyche, except for one quite lengthy croaky phone call to Sean Dyche with David Moyes on the other end of the line. I think Liverpool will want to bounce back as well. Yeah. There's still a title race to be involved with, so.
I mean, for me, I think I'm in agreement with you two in that, but I will say it's probably going to be a bit more closer. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool. I think, said from this game.
I think there's going to be. Sorry, Brian. I think there's going to be a lot of VAR decisions in this game, West Ham and Liverpool game. I really do. I don't know why, and I can see it explaining it in the following week's show. On the takeaway show. Seriously, I can.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, Trip saying, how bad is Mavropanos? Anyone else? He has his moments. There was a game, what was it now? I think it was the league game. I'm trying to think which one it was now. It was one before the Europa. It's a fairly decent game. But, I think he's still got more to show, really. So I think the jury's still out on that one. He's so big and strong, but makes bad mistakes after another. Then so does a Gerd sometimes. That's the worst part about it. A Gerd is a bit of a strength,
He didn't do nothing at Arsenal.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. He did do nothing at Arsenal. He
No.
left. He become a good player, and obviously you snapped him up. Look, but it's a shame really, because you. I mean, I think he got he scored against us.
Yeah, I think he scored against you guys. Yeah,
Was
he
that
did.
the
Yeah, he
cup?
did. Yeah,
Was that the
yeah.
cup game? It was the cup game, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, scored against you guys. Header, I remember rightly.
that's right. Yeah,
So yeah, but hey, for 15 million and that, it's not been a bad. He's not being bad, but again, could always be better.
yeah, definitely.
Then we go for the 3 o'clock games. You got Fulham versus Palace.
Oh bloody hell! I'm sorry to say this, but I can't see nothing but. Normally in this game, it's normally a draw, but I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to go for a Palace win because what their new manager is actually doing in the team. So, and they're coming on leaps and bounds, Palace. So I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to say 2-0 Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1 to Palace. I think the Glasgow train's not stopping anytime soon. Still going to run through a couple of teams. Hopefully, it ends when they come up against United at Selhurst Park. But I don't know, to be honest. It's Glasgow away from home. It's not out Selhurst Park, so maybe a slightly different Palace team. But
Could be.
Wouldn't like to overly bet against them at the moment. I think they'll still continue a winning run here.
Yeah, well, I'm in agreement with Anthony. I'm going for a 2-0 as well. I think that's going to be more because they are, like you said, that train is picking up nice steam at the moment, and I don't think it's stopping.
Yeah.
Then we have Man United Burnley.
Oh, blimey, that'll be an hard game. I don't think that'll be a walk in the park. I mean, look at tonight, the Athletic United. Is it 4-2 the final score for us?
Yeah.
4-2. I don't think it'd be another 4-2. You know what? I'm going to go on that Chelsea game when they drew 2. I'm going to go for Desmond. I'm going to go for a 2-2. Man United 2, Burnley 2. I think this is the time where they got to shape up now and get as many points as they can. I mean, they're not relegated as in such, but listen, they're breathing down Forest's necks. Burnley, I think is it 2 points difference?
Yes, not much. Let's have a quick look. So at the moment, Burnley's on 23, Forest is on 26. Yeah, 3 points in it.
3 points. Yeah, this is worrying times for Yeti and Forest, Mike. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw on this one.
Because even if they win that game, it's the goal difference that still keep them in. And if obviously Luton lose, then literally they will be move up a place. That's what they do.
That's the only 3 teams. That's obviously you've got Sheffield United, and it's out with Burnley, Luton, and Forest to go down. It's out of them 3.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, exactly. So,
for me,
Fuzzy, what do you think?
3-1 to United, I think. A bit more open, this game, and the way in which Burnley and Sheffield United, the contrast in styles. I think Sheffield wanted to, buckle up the ideas and, try and hit on the break. It worked for the most part until that penalty occurred, penalty/goal. And after that, I think it's just Sheffield fell off after that point, lost steam, lost fight, and so the game got away from them. But United don't do well against low blocks. We still, put 4 past a low block with a disjointed, horrendously bad team. So, give some just a little bit of credit there. I think against Burnley, it's probably going to favour some of these players a bit more if it plays more open. Rashford, no sign of him today, so yes. I think it's going to be a bit more easier viewing for United, I think.
Okay. I mean, actually, as Trip Vic says here, Burnley has to be a strong favourite, let's be honest with you. And not being funny, considering the run and how both teams are currently, etc. I think this is going to be quite a close old game, this one. I think we can see some goals in it. And I'm actually going to go for 2-3 to Burnley.
Ooh, the 3-2 Burnley then. Yeah.
But as
Think about that, Buzz.
Sack him off.
He's getting you back. He's getting you back for the.
But I'm giving him more of a more respectable kind of score line. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
Yeah. I did as well. 2-2's not bad. I didn't
No.
put mine down as a. But I think the game that with Burnley, the game that stands out for me is that Chelsea game. 2-2 down to 10 men. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's most probably what happened again. It'd be like a bit of history repeating itself in that game. But I mean, listen. I mean, these are only predictions at the end of the day. You know,
Of course they are.
You know what I mean?
Trip saying here, I'd rather Burnley relegated than Forest, but anyone can get points against my trash manager. Yeah, this is true. This is true at the moment. And what's this? Anthony is coming around.
Should only be one real claret and blue to you, Tony. Not these other two fake ones. Further up north.
Then you've got Newcastle, Sheffield United.
Oh, Newcastle with that one.
Yeah.
I feel. Do you know what? Man United won 4-2 tonight, obviously by 2 goals. So I'm going to award those 2 goals to Newcastle. So I'm going to say 2-0 Newcastle.
I'll go 3-1 Newcastle.
And that's what I'm thinking as well, 3-1. I think, St James's Park, got the crowd behind them.
Yeah.
Isaac, Gordon, going to step up because it's home. So they want to showboat in front of the fans. So, yeah, I think it's going to be one of those kind of games.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you got Wolves versus Luton.
Ooh. You know what? I can't separate these two. So I'm going to go for 1-1 draw in this one.
Beat you to the punch. Yeah, 1-1 for me as well.
Well, we know where this Luton team is. They put up the fight, etc., but they always seem to lose out by that 1 goal, don't they? So I'm going to go for 2-1 to Wolves.
Is injured? Is Barkley? I read that he could be out injured. I don't know where you heard that from, or is he already injured, Barkley?
I think he's already injured, isn't he?
He was injured, but if he is, that's a big blow to do.
It's not.
Strip says here, Wolves have to eventually win a game sometime. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
No, Barkley's still.
It's still okay, is he?
Available, yeah.
Oh, he's available.
It's their striker. It's their striker situation they're struggling with. No Adebayo and no Ogbene.
This might be the one for Wolves. It could be Trip. That's for sure. Could be. 5:30 kickoff is Everton versus Brentford.
I'm going to go for Everton win on this one, see. I thought they were tonight. If they can do it, I think they'll do it. I see Brentford maybe nicking a goal, getting a goal. So I'm going to go for, because Everton didn't score really many goals, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Everton.
Yeah. I'll sort between a 2-1, 3-2. I'll go more with 2-1, I think. 2-1 to Everton.
Thing is, for me, I mean, obviously, would you say that Everton played out the skin today and that, it comes out, are they fit enough? And Brentford, you just can't make up what the hell they're doing. Either they're winning or they're losing. Their form has just been so unpredictable this year. So I'm going to, with that in mind, I'm going to go for 1-1.
Fair enough.
Night, Mama. Thanks for being here. And
Night,
keep
Mama.
an eye on the chat as well. Have a good evening. Oh, this is it. And then the 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday is Villa versus Chelsea.
Sucked in the morning again. Sucked in the mornings. Yeah.
Aston Villa for me. I'm sorry. They're not called Chelsea.
Oh,
They're
sorry.
Don't apologise. Don't be sorry.
Fuzzy, did you look on the things? Is Tony still injured for Brentford?
Ivan Tony. Not featured on the look ahead injury list, so I think you should be fit and available to play.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not coming up as injured. The only person really they're missing is De Silva, Ben Mee, and Aaron Hickey. That's it. Everyone else is available.
Sorry, Tim, what was this game? The other game? This game we were saying now?
So this one, sorry, mate. It is the Villa Chelsea game.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to go for a Villa win, and they're not called Chelsea. They're called Palmer FC. Okay. Team. Yeah. So obviously, I'm going to go for Aston Villa. Do you know what? I reckon there's going to be goals in this game, but I'm going to edge it to Aston Villa. I'm going to go 3-2 Aston Villa.
Ooh.
Actually, no, Palmer's out, isn't he? No, he's back because he was in an illness. He's just
had an illness. So yeah. Probably.
So yeah, so I'll stick with that. I'll go 3-2 Aston Villa because they got more to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. You know what? 3-0 Villa.
Ooh.
To be honest, 3-0 Villa. They're in the chase for top four. Get as many points as possible. Chelsea, just off the back of getting battered by Arsenal. And team morale at the moment. I think there's a lot of players off the back of that will probably be pissed off with Pochettino.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I can't see him pulling their weight against some could say an equally tough challenge. And as considering it's Aston Villa, I think it's away from home as well. Yeah, at Villa Park. Yeah, and if Cole Palmer's not available for that game, I don't know if he is or if he isn't. But if he isn't, then yeah, it doesn't get any easier at all.
No. Well, for that game, I'll go for a 2-0 myself to Villa. Yeah. But his trips here, how amazing is Cole Palmer? What a baller, especially compared to the scrubs at Chelsea. Chelsea. He is. There's no two ways about it. But I think you're right what you said, Anthony. Is he going to stay there for another season? That'd be quite amazing.
Yeah.
If he does.
True. I mean, they got nothing to offer him now, Chelsea. I mean, and if you look at it, what money are they going to spend? Because that's another team that's pretty close to FFP. So, you know what I mean? I think there might be he'd be better off leaving. Onto the Arsenal lad. You know you want to.
Well, is it next season Bowley goes, doesn't he? Is it next season that Bowley goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of agreement they got in place, kind of thing. So he's only there for a couple of seasons, then a so-called new owner comes in.
Yeah.
Also,
does
he actually jump off the board and just relinquish all?
I think it's something like that kind of thing. So we'll have to look more into it. I think it is something similar to that, but
probably won't be walking away from Chelsea without taking.
He's going to get something back, isn't he? He's got to. But
no way you're dumping £1 billion on just transfers for a club as a billionaire and then just walking away from it. It's like, well, that was fun and a complete waste of money. You could get that $1 billion back in one form or another.
It's just mad. I mean, that can't be easy, can it? Spend all that money, and then you can't. Thanks for your time, Todd, but your time's done. Off you go.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, isn't it? If Palmer leaves next season, the entire club would be in more trouble when they're to sell the club to Todd Bowley.
Yeah. That's true.
Abramovich must be sitting in the background thinking to himself, there
Well,
you
there's
go.
been this about Palmer, but I tell you what, if I was Pep at Man City, I'd be kicking myself letting this guy go. Seriously.
Supposedly, I think it was Cole Palmer that actually was desperate to leave, apparently. He
Yeah.
was constantly saying to Pep, no, I want to go, I don't want to stay here.
You can understand why. You think about it, you're in that kind of rotation system, and for his age, and not being when a player knows he's good, he knows he's good. He doesn't brag about anything like that. Do you want to be limited, even though you're probably playing for the the best club?
Breast.
Yeah, the Brest club.
He's gone from licking to breast now.
Mine's in the gutter.
Yeah.
So when you look at something like that, you can understand to be ambitious, even though you're in the best club in the Premier League. You're considering your options, and fair play to the kid because it's proved really well for him in that respects.
Yeah, that would have been a decent player. Like obviously, when Kevin De Bruyne eventually leaves, he's knocking on a bit now. What player can have step in that position?
It's the timing, though, isn't it? That's the problem. It is the timing. Yeah, as Vic Tripp says here, give Palmer all the cash. Yeah. Chelsea's soft like breasts, to be fair. So true. So let's go on to the Sunday claim. We've got the first one is Bournemouth-Brighton. So a South Coast derby.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw on that one as well. I think it would have saved it. I mean, Brighton could pull something out of the bag. We didn't expect it, but I think the only thing they can do at the most of this game is nick a point, and that's it. So I'm going to say 2-2. Solanke will score for Bournemouth. That's a striker I wouldn't mind at Arsenal, by the way. Or on watching.
Yeah. Well, again, we're linked with Solanke and all. So that'd be interesting. Fuzzy, what do you think?
Well, battle of the holiday resorts for the summer. So, so I suppose we could say it's like Butlins versus Chessington, World of Adventures. But yeah, for me, I think Brighton probably take this one, a 2-0. Actually, no, is it? No. But it's Bournemouth at home.
Bournemouth at home, yeah.
I'll say 2-1 Brighton.
No, it's true. For Tripp, it will be. I think it will be as well. Yes. It's at Bournemouth ground, though, isn't it? So the Cherries might be just have a bit more fight than what Brighton is, but you don't know what Brighton team's going to turn up.
Exactly. That's what I couldn't choose. That was why I went. That was why I said 2-2. I couldn't choose.
I think they're going to
1-1.
I think I will do, mate, because I think if you look at it, it's a case you can just see both teams cancelling each other out, basically.
Yeah.
So then the other derby is the North London derby.
Oh yes, bring it on! Bring it
4-0 Spurs, man.
It's off. I used to like you, Buzz. Well, I still do. You're a good guy. Listen. But all I'm going to say is that's twice Fuzz has called me a prick on tonight's show. Didn't get called a prick. Get called by Fuzzy. We haven't got a team. We haven't. The team that we played against Chelsea, I said it in earlier stream. Play the same team. Don't fiddle about with it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So, in all fairness, I give my score prediction on Jez's show earlier. I went for an Arsenal win, which is going to be a close game. I went 3-2 Arsenal.
3-2.
Yes.
What do you think, Fuzzy? As Tripp says here, bookies hate fixtures like these.
Yeah.
Oh, their star defender is out for the rest of the season. Is it you, Doggy? What's his name?
Destiny.
He's out for the rest of the season. Yeah,
There's
I
no
did read that.
There's no destiny there for Spurs. So
No, the destiny's gone.
So it's
Well, he's got Ben. What's his name? Ben. What's that left back?
Ben Davis.
Ben Davis. God, he's absolute crap. I'd rather play Sichinkin. Come on, let's be honest.
He'll probably have a blinder against you now.
High line.
Yeah.
High lines. Just
He's watching this show and that, and he thinks, "Oh, I'm going to get that Anthony and that. I'm going to have a blinding going."
Yeah, and you probably would, bastard.
Yeah, to be honest, I think if Arsenal wheel out that same midfield, it's a well balanced midfield with serious quality, and it would be an upgraded midfield off the base of last season. If you've got Declan Rice playing that Xhaka role, I think Declan Rice probably plays it better than Xhaka, perhaps. So yeah, start Trossard on in the team somewhere. Whether Saka, because I know Saka's being a bit of a Marcus Rashford at the moment, where it's just like the rest of the team's pulling its weight, doing well, and Saka's just busy being another slump, just a team stump, and just constantly trying to do what he does, and nothing's working. Maybe stick him on the bench. Maybe Martinelli plays somewhere in that team, and you've got Trossard and Martinelli both swapping wings every so often. Kai Havertz up top, start him off the back of him scoring goals. If he's in the mood for scoring goals, you'll fancy some chances against Spurs. Yeah, so I think for me, as far as the score prediction for that game would go, if the team is more or less the same, maybe if like one or two changes with some players that I think maybe deserve to be swapped around, then I think maybe a 3-2 Arsenal, 3-2, maybe even a 4-2 to Arsenal. I'll go 4-2.
Oh, interesting. So I'm just going to say to so this is Chris from Meta Football TV. Morning, he said, our destiny always looks dodgy with or without a doggy. Very true, Chris. I hope you're keeping well, mate. And obviously, guys who's in the chat, go and have a look at this gentleman's channel and obviously share him a bit of love as well. It means more at Tottenham. Yeah, so I think this is going to be probably the game of the weekend, this one. And I think there's going to be quite a few, possibly a good few goals scored in this and that. So I'm actually going to go with a 3-3. It could possibly be, Huh?
And we didn't win the league.
Tont is praying for this.
It could be that possibility, Anthony, unfortunately.
Yeah. I just picked up on my phone. Breaking news: David Moyes has just signed a 3-year contract. So that's good.
Because you know what this means to both clubs when it's a North London derby, and full well, they're probably the score line on the yellow cards is going to be off the scale, no doubt, kicking lumps out of each other.
Yeah, it's true. But it's like what I said, it's a North London derby. Anything can happen. They always do. I mean, look, we have one tonight, a Merseyside derby, and I predicted 2-1 Everton, but they won 2-0. So fair shout to them. And but yeah, I feel we got more to offer over the line than them. I think Son he's dried up a little bit. He hasn't really been scoring a lot of goals. Obviously they got Werner. He hasn't really scored any. I think within that midfield, I think it's Madison, the one that keeps that team going in the midfield. Obviously their defence has improved. Ange likes playing the inverted. I've noticed Ange ball, But I feel we've got enough there. And when I say this, because it's at Tottenham's ground, that's why I said 3-2, just to edge over the line. It's basically get in there, get the 3 points, and get out. That's all we got. Yeah, that's what it is.
I get that.
Buzz, if you noticed, Tony's been against us tonight with his predictions.
Yeah, it's like Empire Strikes Back. This is
Yeah.
Revenge of
Hold
the
on,
Sith.
hold on.
Revenge of the
Let me
Sith.
just kind of.
Yeah.
It's
Can
Revenge
you
of the
lean
Sith.
back a bit too? Can you lean back?
I'll just do the.
Keep going. Yeah, keep going. So, yeah, we can't see him now. He's gone. You can you?
Being the Dark Lord and just making sure.
I don't know. It looks like a techno whiz hacker kids or something.
He
The
does,
guy
doesn't
that sits in the corner of the internet cafe, so he's trying to hack into the.
I'm just calling that to to the Spurs faithful and that Order 44. So they're going to smash the Arsenal Jedi's basically. So you're fucked basically, absolutely fucked. Simple as. Chris is saying though, not anyone asked me, but 1-3 for me. Midfield is keeping me up at night, and that's where our games are won and lost. So he reckons his midfield is not as strong as what your one is. So
Yeah.
there's a chance that you're going to take that one out. And whereas Trip's saying 2-1 to the top Spurs.
Top Spur? Who are they?
Meto, I need to know your opinion. Always a stream I want to know. Exactly that, right? Exactly. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
Fuzzy got a picture of his opinion in the background he used to put on.
Yeah. And then the last game is Forest against. I'm trying to remember myself now. Mind tracked. Oh yeah, that team.
City.
That team that could beat you to the league title, Anthony.
115.
Yeah. Well, I was on a stream earlier with on Jimmy's show, and yet he actually come out and said that Man City hates travelling to Nottingham Forest because they couldn't beat them last. I think was it in draw? I think Haaland scored a penalty in the last game, wasn't it? And then it was come off as a 1-1 draw. So that was last season. So I feel that I think it could be a repeat performance of last season because Haaland is dried up a little bit. He hasn't been scoring goals. The only guy for me to watch out for Man City at the minute is Foden. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. So I thought I'm gonna push it out there. And I'm gonna give repeat performance. I'm going to say 1-1, but I bet it finishes 2-1 with Foden scoring both goals. That I reckon that's what will happen. But I'll say 1-1 thing.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, I think this one will probably go 2-1 Man City. I think, the game will probably be quite close, and City will definitely look like they're off the pace a little bit. But I think it's one of those where it's like Man City, they'll still find ways to win. They won't play all too well. They'll still get the 3 points across the line. So I say that after predicting Brighton to beat them. I mean, I think it'll end up being a City win for me.
Yeah. Do you think this game, if Man City wins this, in all fairness, I know that there is other games, but if Man City beats Forest, do you reckon this could be the game that could most probably send Forest down, like relegated? Because you think of it, there's only 2 games left after that, I think, or 3.
Yeah, and again, if Everton get a result, then it pushes them.
Yes.
Well, Luton are currently still below them.
Just though, isn't it? Just about a point. And this is where I think if you look at it, is going to be I suppose, a sad point for Luton's. You took all these years to get up here, and they've shown they could do the performances. They're like against you guys. Rice saved you in that game, but that's been their remit for the season. Competing, but not holding on to that lead or not capitalising and taking the lead. They've always lost out by that one goal.
Yeah.
Say what? If Sheffield United lose their next game, that's it done for them.
That's gone.
They'll be relegated.
Yeah.
So already 10 points behind Forest. And if they play the next game, it will be 9 points only possible from the
That's
last.
Chris.
Yeah, so that'd be the first team to get relegated, obviously. I
Yeah.
said it'd be them. I predicted, I mean, the three I predicted to go down was Sheffield United, Burnley. I think it may have been Luton.
Well, I'll tell you what, Yeti will be a big Man United fan for us against Burnley, because Burnley are only 3 points behind them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they could catch up very, very quickly if Burnley get something against us.
But you imagine that if that did actually happen? I mean, that Vincent Company becomes legend yet again just for keeping them in the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's Trip saying City to lose points and crown Arsenal champions of Europe, according to Terry from the Football Terrace. I thought he was going to say Terry, the brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll tell you what, Terence Flewers be running around his set celebrating a Premier League trophy. He's like, yes, I won a league title. Terry, you're a United fan. Oh, wait, yes, I am. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame Arsenal have won.
Actually, a lot of people want Arsenal to do it because the people I know, and even people on the a few people have said it on streams, they're bored of Man City winning the league day.
That's the thing. Either between Man City and Liverpool winning it, it's either Man City do a record-breaking 4p, or Liverpool win a Premier League trophy, and they then go ahead of us, or they start to pull away from us in total trophies accumulated, or major trophies accumulated. So for United, Arsenal winning the league isn't actually what has the least significant implications for us. So maybe that's probably why United fans are probably a bit more backing Arsenal in this. I know it would be absolutely insufferable with some of the top Gooners, because they'll probably say that they're the best team to ever have existed of all time.
Yeah.
Forget everybody else. Like, yeah, I think I can see where those guys are coming from. It's just the insufferable nature of some of those top Gooners. I just couldn't bear it. Summer will be insufferable. Jez will be downing red wine like there's no tomorrow.
Build a swim pool just of wine.
Yeah. Lee will be too happy for the top Gooners to hate as well. Because literally, someone's already clipped it up. They're like, oh, damn, we've got to find new haters for next season.
Take care,
These
Chris.
ones are becoming friends.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, till next time, my friend. Till next time. Trip saying, let's City win it. They will be forgotten as a club in a decade or two. And this it's not about, because you've got to think about it, you know. Your two clubs, when you think about it, 80s and 90s, is all about winning titles, and then someone turned that tap off. So it's not a bad shout from Trip on that one. Yeah, he said, poor Jez. Poor Jez. So, anyway, gentlemen.
I'll say quickly with the Man City thing. Era of dominance might not continue for much longer anyway, even if 115 doesn't come to fruition, because Pep, I don't think, wants to renew his contract. And somebody else who's higher up, who has worked with Pep and Omar Barada for a long time in building that City team, also is not renewing his contract. So I think he's going to be on the way out. So era of dominance for Man City might be on the eve of coming to an end anyway. They'll still probably be around at the top, but probably a bit more like a Liverpool at the upper end, or like how Chelsea were when they were winning titles with Conte and Mourinho.
Yeah,
not winning it every year, but once every 2-3 years or something. Like they're just bouncing backwards and forwards a little bit.
Because again, first statement by Trip, you know, City already declining clearly. You could see that in the squad sometimes, and the results as well. Again, when you fixture, they're nailed on for and they struggle to get the result. If not, they draw. There's that. So yeah, we shall see. But you know, there's Newcastle. They're the ones I think you've got to watch out for in the next year or so.
What we need is just everyone to keep poaching people off of them before they can get good.
No, it's true, isn't it? So anyway, guys, we're coming up to nearly 2 hours and 2.5 hours. So Fuzzy, if you'd like to shout yourself out and what you got coming up over the next week or so.
I'll shout myself out, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel like getting a new set of teeth in. I think.
Can you do the seashells by the seashore?
Well, I could do Susie.
Bust that-
Susie,
bust that.
it's the other one you got to think of. Susie is sitting on the shoe shine shop all day long. She sits and shines all day long. She shines and sits. You've got to do that one.
Oh, I can't do that one. I can't do any of them.
Susie picking seashells off the seashore. Is that right?
That's the one.
Yeah, I can't do any of them. But yeah.
And on next week's show, anyway, shut yourself out, please, mate.
So yeah, you find me on HotFuzz44 OG on Instagram as well, which I never ever post on there, so it's not really much point in me shouting that out. But still got to do my match reaction, so I'll probably do a short, pretty short stream / video or something to pop out for tonight. Got to do the match previews for the Burnley game, as well as keeping up to tabs on what goes on in the crazy, wacky world that is Man United, and see what else Jason Wilcox apparently allegedly says to Ten Hag. He's probably saying to the dinner ladies that, look, if you want those fries to be, if you want to be successful, the fries you're deep frying, they've got to be done this way and done for this long. So, yeah. But yeah, big ups to everybody in the chat as well. Also, those who've liked the stream on my end as well, up to 167 subs at the moment. So we've gained 2 tonight, people. Keep it going.
Good
on
stuff.
the road to 170 and then onwards and upwards on towards 200. Try and get there. That would be fantastic. And also make sure you subscribe to Early Doors Football TV. On the road now to 300 over there. And Anthony Herbert, get that channel started. The Straw Chewing Gooner. The Straw Chewing Gooner on the back of the tracker.
Trip saying the problem with City has is they have to compete with trash teams in the Prim, and now they become one of the shit teams. Very true. And Arsenal Manic saying on Fuzzy's channel, hit the like button and sub to this channel. Absolutely. Get this guy up as well. That should be good in that. Anthony, I know everyone's bombarding you. Start your own channel. Do your own merchandise. Get it all going. Plough your fields.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what it is. There's something in the pipeline for next season. Listen, it could be, you don't know, it could either be me starting my own channel, which is probably 50-50, or I'll say 60% if it's not happening and 40% maybe. But listen, if not, maybe me and Tony can do something next season as well, like a separate show where we can do all the Premier League games or whatever. But listen, it's like what Fuzzy said, he beat me to it. Last week's show had good views, and also it had good views as well on Fuzzy's channel as well.
Yes.
So, I think, big up to that. And we're going to do this now to the end of the season. You never know, us three, we might do something throughout the Euros.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, we'll have to work on something there.
Yep.
And also, make sure you like and subscribe to everybody's channel. You can see me here on Early Doors TV, where we do the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't care what the end of the season brings, but as long as I'm not finishing in that ugly concept, and I don't want to be fucking Wolves or Gummidge again. Right, that's a fact. But yeah, and also on the Sunday night takeaway on the show that we do as well. So we got good shows coming up from now to the end of the season, and it's like what I said, maybe do something for the Euros as well.
Definitely.
And then, but yeah, that apart from me, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, and obviously thank you for the people in the chat, comments, and also me, Tony, and Fuzzy. We just like doing this show and talking about it, having a laugh, and entertaining you lot, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, Fuzzy, you've got another sub from Trip as well.
Big ups, Trip.
Thank you.
There you go. So that's good. Yeah, last week's show in there, 161. from
Oh,
last
that's
week.
good. That's good.
So
That's good.
that's good for us. So that's a great one, in that respect as well. So yeah, all good, all good.
Yeah.
And
But yeah,
yeah,
68, I think. Yeah, 68 views, I think, so yeah. Last
so
time
that's
I
good.
checked, I think it was around about
Mm.
65, 68. So, it is good views and that on
That's
this show.
good.
I'm glad
And
the
yeah,
show's happened. It is a really good show. Everybody seems to like it, enjoy it. People have told me, and big up to everybody that tunes in and watch.
yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're looking to do a lot more with this. We're enjoying what's going on that, and we know, obviously, as Anthony has said there, we're getting some good feedback from it. So let's keep doing that side of things. And as he says there, thanks Anthony, and obviously Fuzzy for the content. You're most welcome, Trip. And as always, like we said, the chat. It's good that we get the interaction with you guys. We enjoy that as well. Some interesting comments and some funny comments as well. And yeah, next week we should be. We'll see where the clubs, the title chase. Where does it end up for next week? So Sunday, obviously, the Sunday night takeaway. That'll be interesting over the weekend with debating that over the games. We're either going to see a furious Fuzzy or Yeti or Jez.
Everybody on the panel could be absolutely fuming.
Oh no, I'll just be laughing me bollocks off kind of thing because I know it's just West Ham. That's how we are. I've got no care in the world in that respect because hey, we're West Ham. But yeah, no, and obviously the week after, we've got that coming up as well. And then we'll look at the Euros. I mean, I'll be looking at some of that as well. Obviously, I've got to do another spotlight with someone, so I've got to kind of go around and get some names on there because I've got to get that up and running again still. But guys, thanks for being with us. We've enjoyed this one. Again, we've covered quite a lot. Arteta's still in for 4 years. Ten Hag and Moyes could be out, or you never know. It could be one of those.
Could be
Ten Hag.
opposite.
Ten Hag comes to to West Ham and Moyes goes back to Man U. You never know.
Fuzzy, get the job.
Yeah, put me in there.
just blowing bubbles. Absolutely, Trip. That's all I'm going to be doing. Off my face, just blowing bubbles.
Oh well, I'm not going to say.
Yeah. Not at this time in the night, anyway. Anyway, guys, thanks again, and we'll see you next time. And so, take care and good night.
Ciao.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind,